AirPods, yeah. Cleaner when you're live streaming, yeah, definitely, that is cleaner. Yeah, that's definitely clean. Saying they're loose, saying his ears loose. Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check.
But yeah, I'm hearing people outside of gaming talking
check,
about that
check,
shit.
Mic check. Hello, 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 hello. It seems like the audio is better now. Say something, guys. Say something.
Check, check, check.
Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check.
Were you live or?
We are live. We are live.
Oh, okay,
right
I thought
now,
you was just testing it.
Nah, because I think they weren't able to hear you guys, but it seems like everything is legit.
Oh, okay.
Everything's
check,
legit
check,
now.
check. Let us know how it's sounding.
Yeah, that's
Share
crazy.
out the stream and all of that.
Okay. I think everything's looking right now. I think everything's looking right.
Beautiful lies.
That boy Diddy J man, bro. Holy.
Yo.
That boy in trouble.
They said I was loud. Man, I had to turn me down on your end.
Turn you down? Alright, I got it. That boy in trouble.
Yeah, Diddy bugging. They said, double check Blaze. Blaze, say something.
Yo, what up?
Yeah, hopefully. Be too loud too. Yeah, let me know how everybody sounds, all right? And I can adjust the levels as we go. But yeah, it seems.
They said you got
like
the Drake braids. You
These
got your hair done
braids.
for Scary Hours tonight.
Scary Hours 3. Yo, back to back. Yo, you know what's funny? Like, I saw Joe Budden was trending, and they're like, yo, Joe Budden really bullied Drake to drop in another album. That's crazy.
Yeah. He said he was taking a break from music, and now here he go with another album. I'm like, this is crazy.
But then isn't like Scary Hours usually like a little 4-pack, 5-pack type of situation? Like,
yeah, I don't expect it to be like a full length album or anything like that.
Either. Probably like
maybe like 3-4 songs.
Yeah, if I'm Drake, I'm not stopping. I'm dropping an album or a mixtape every year, bro.
Like
since we're on the topic, I think the break is needed. Actually, I think he should go away for 2 years. The industry is literally gonna fall apart, and beg for him to come back.
Yeah, yeah.
And everyone will miss him at that point too.
That's what I say.
Can you imagine if Drake never did a verse? He haven't done he doesn't do a verse for like a year or two at all.
What the fuck will we be talking about if Drake's not dropping? Even if you like it or you don't like it, what will we be talking about? Like
he literally carries the music
kind of trash out
today. You know what I'm saying? Commercially, yeah, for the commercial success, he carries the industry. I'm pretty sure the labels don't want him to take a break like that because he probably lines a lot of people's pockets up every time he drop and shit. So definitely, I think he should take the 2-year break, have people miss him and come back. But he actually should sit on some shit and actually work on some shit for a long period of time. But
I'm trying to go to that tour though again. The shit with Cole though.
It's not coming to Toronto, bro.
I know. I might have to go to Buffalo because the Cole not gonna be at the other New York show, so I might be coming up to Buffalo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's in February.
How long is a drive?
It's like 4.5 hours. 4.5 hours to Buffalo. Okay. I did that drive before though. I did it for my job by myself too in the snowstorm. That shit was crazy. And the fucking Toyota.
Toyota Lloyd Banks concert with me, J-Man.
When he performing?
Sony Hall.
Oh, that's funny you mentioned that.
Yo, Sony, you ever been to Sony Hall?
No, I never been to Sony Hall. Never been there.
Me either.
But that's funny you mentioned that because my man's was trying to go to that same show. But I don't know. It's like December, right?
Yeah. Late December.
It's in December. I don't know. I'll have to see.
You know what I'm waiting for though? You know that Drake's shit is exciting, but that alone at Prom Deluxe, I need that.
That's tonight, right?
That's tonight too, bro.
Yeah, man. Definitely need that. I'm kind of behind on music though. I ain't listened to a lot of shit. It's like probably since like Halloween.
I've been listening to that Pink Panthers.
I seen you talking about that on the timeline.
Her album is tough though.
I ain't gonna front. I skimmed through it a little bit because I saw you talking.
It wasn't your bop? Was it your bop?
No, it sounded like a bunch of anime music. I was like, I fuck with it. I felt like I was listening to mad anime intros.
You know what? No, nah. It even it sounds like some early 2000s shit. Like some early 2000 pop records. No, but there's a couple of joints on there, Jamie. Don't sleep on that. Go through that shit. That Pink Panther shit. Kind of hard, bro. I ain't gonna.
I added it to my library. I'm gonna definitely check that out.
Not Pink Panther.
And we gotta check out that Andre 3000 Flute album.
The Flute album? Come on, bro.
It's like, nah, I'm not adding that bullshit to my library.
You know, the funny thing is, like, I'm so curious that I'm actually going to listen. I just want to see what he's cooking, because we always see these videos of Andre 3000, like in New York with the flute in his hand. Like, yo, I want to see what he really be cooking. Like, is he? Nice?
He don't got a single album by himself. He don't.
Yeah. What if his flute shit is trash? Like,
think about that, Kofi. Because people call trash. Yo, but people call him the greatest. And he's a great lyricist. But you gotta have one album, bro. Like, what the fuck?
You know what? But I don't know. But look, obviously he's known for being in the group Outkast and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? He's known for that. I think he could still be in the conversation of greatest lyricists. If you're talking about greatest lyricists of all time, I don't think you need an album per se, like a solo album per se, to be in that conversation, because obviously we know what he does on features. We know what he's done on the group album. We clearly see this guy's like a genius when it comes to lyricism. If you want to make like the artist conversation, I think then you have you know what I mean? Then you could debate that. Like, you can. At that point, what's the body of works comes to play, all of that other stuff comes to play as well. But if we're just talking about lyricism, I think it's kind of hard to deny that he's not one of the greatest.
No one's denying that, but think about it, even Dipset, Young Money, D Block, G Unit, everybody got solo albums. Everybody, everybody, at least got one.
True. That's true.
That's definitely the knock on him. People kind of say the same thing about Lauryn Hill. She at least got the one album that
but people use that against her too. They're like, yo, she only got one album, like, you know what I mean? But I don't know.
For her to still be around and only have one, that's kind of crazy.
Well, we're seeing what that one album could do, right? She's still touring that album.
She's still touring off.
She's still touring that album.
50 Cent is touring, bro.
And even 50, yeah. 50
I seen that Paris show he had. That shit looked like it was like he was Michael Jackson in that motherfucker. I was like, yo, they out here going crazy for 50.
When you have a true classic, like an actual real classic, you could tour that shit for life. Yeah, at that point,
forever.
You tour that forever. That's
especially overseas, because people come like together from other countries and shit just to see you in like one location. So that shit.
Bro, there's being hot in America and there's being hot globally. It's different.
Like, it's different.
They give it up in Europe. Like the fans give it. Even wrestling, everything's different in Europe.
Yeah, they show mad love. I heard they show mad love when over there. You know what?
Even the sporting events, they be having like shit on fire in the crowds. Like motherfuckers playing basketball, they going wild.
Wave, all that shit.
Yes, they definitely give it up.
All right, yo. All right, so if everything is sounding okay, let me know, guys, in the chat if everything's good. We're gonna go ahead and get started with the episode. It's Good Gaming episode 54. Today we actually got a special guest joining me and J-Main. Our boy Blaze is here. What up, Blaze?
What's up? Glad to be here, bro. You know, when you asked me, I was like, I'm pulling up. Because I was just complaining. I'm like, damn, Kofi, you guys add guests to your show? Like, I get it, but like, god damn, bro. So I think he might have took that to heart.
Nah. It's not even that. It's usually, me and J-Man do like the one-on-one thing, so we could kind of keep the time frame accordingly.
I
so
prefer that,
track. You know what I mean? And we could just fully get our thoughts out. I mean, go back and forth a little bit, So, but occasionally we do have guests pull up. It's been a while since we actually had one, so I'm glad you could pull up with us and talk games with us, Blaze. I appreciate it. I want to shout out all the live viewers for tuning in. Appreciate it. Go ahead and hit that like button. The like goes a long way, helps in the algorithm. So we would really appreciate it if you do hit the like button. I want to shout out a couple people: E-Rock in the chat, Spider, Ghost, Gian, DrewTube, Leaky, Type 1, Dion78. Who else up in here? Who else? Decoy, Caliber, what's up? Red Shinobi, Rich Homie Sean, Y Bandcraft, The Watch Doge. Who else up in here? Hustle, Arcade, Muck, Tim, the usual suspects, you know what I mean? The usual. We appreciate y'all tuning in every week. Black Dragon, Afro, and shout out to all the people who are gonna listen to the podcast after the fact too. You know, we appreciate your views.
Facts.
And shout out to the first time listeners as well. All right, so let's go around and see what everybody's been playing, man. You know what? How we usually
I don't play no games, so go ahead and skip me.
J-Man don't play nothing. So you might as well start off with Blaze. Yo, Blaze, what you been on?
J-Man, believe it or not, I used to have that. You know, they used to press me about
that stigma.
Yeah, I swear to God, I'm like, yo, what are y'all talking about? Like, what? I used to have that stigma, bro.
Yeah, Blaze, then he started beating games. Then he started beating games.
You know, I used to boot up on PC, on PS5, and
look
whatever.
at it. You know what I mean?
At the end of the day, bro, I've been playing a lot of games this year, though. I've been really.
That's what's up. That's what's
like
up.
Running through them type shit, but
yeah,
I haven't really played nothing. Like the last Mafia 2, I just booted that back up.
I want to play that again too,
bro.
That was
such a
classic.
That's a classic. Oh my God.
That's
one of my favorite games of all time.
That shit is 30 FPS on the PS4 version. I'm like, oh fuck that.
Oh, for real?
It's 30?
The definitive edition is 30 FPS. They never got a 60 FPS update. It's like, God, that's trash.
That don't make any sense, bro.
You know,
I got it on Steam though, so I could play it there. I think.
Yeah, I played that game about like 4 or 5 times on my life. 4 or 5 times. I actually
Mafia
absolutely love. Yeah, that game is so good.
Yeah, That's crazy. I never played Mafia 2.
Bro, the dialogue
you bugging
is fucking incredible, bro. The dialogue is funny,
and the story is really good too.
Yep.
And I think it still holds up. Yo, it will run on your PC, J-Man. Go ahead.
For sure. For sure. I need to because I played 3, but I never went back to play 2 and 1.
See, you fucked up. That's where you fucked up. How you play Mafia 3 but not 2?
I don't know. I think I was in the mood like this shit is too old. I'm not going back to play that shit. And
it holds up. Yo, I've tried to beat 3. I've gone back to 3 like 3 times. I can't do it.
Me too. I can't.
I swear to God, I want to play it. I want to like it, and I can't do it.
The story is good, but the gameplay and that shit is ass. That shit is trash.
Yo, play 2. I'm telling you, 2 still holds up. To this day, play 2. It's still a good time.
I'm gonna get to it.
Yo, shit. Depending on how that platinum looking, I'm actually run that back on PlayStation 5.
On PlayStation?
That platinum looking not too bad. I'm gonna run that back.
You gonna play that shit at 30? I mean, you love it, so it might not.
Enjoy
that game, bro. I love that game, bro.
Yeah. I am playing an old game though. I went back. I'm playing Alan Wake 1, the original shit, because I never played Alan Wake 1, so I wanted to go back and play that before I got to 2. So far that shit it's okay. The camera, like I don't like the way they like the camera view, like from the behind. I know it's like over the shoulder, but it's not tight over the shoulder. It's kind of like a loose camera over the shoulder. That's one thing I'm struggling with a little bit. But other than that, the story seems to be cool so far. I'm like a couple hours in, still in the beginning a little bit, but it's definitely dated. That shit is definitely dated. So I'm just trying to get through it at this point so I can play the sequel and see what this.
Jamie,
the hype is about this one.
Back when that game released, it wasn't this super big, critically acclaimed game back then too, but it just did have a little bit of a cult following that of people that really enjoyed it. It was like a solid experience. So it's cool to see Remedy return to it, and clearly they made a whole U-turn when it comes to
they elevated to the next level.
They
as a sequel should.
Totally different with the game. So I haven't played Alan Wake 2 yet. I do plan on starting it this Friday. What I've been playing after last podcast, I said I finished up Assassin's Creed. I did wrap up the platinum, so I got the platinum for that, and I just needed a little bit of a palate cleanser type of game. So I did boot up Wolf Among Us. I'm playing it for the first time.
That's the Telltale game, right?
Yeah, that game is
okay.
That shit pretty sick. That story kind
of. I heard it was good. I think I heard people say that's their. Yeah, that's
I heard
Telltale's best joint.
Nah, that shit is really good. That shit is really good.
They're not my type of games, but I heard that one in particular is the best one.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I'm on episode 4. I think I'm on episode 4 now. Yeah, so I'm almost done.
Kofi, tell them what you really been playing. Tell them what the hell you really been playing. Come on.
And okay, I was gonna continue Blaze, but I've been playing a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh again, and I've also been playing Ages of Empire 2. You know,
of course. I'm not surprised by. You know what's funny? Tony just posted a video of him deleting RoboCop off his PS5. And the next game on this motherfucker's chart was fucking Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm like, these motherfuckers is back on Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yep.
No, these motherfuckers I don't even know if y'all ever got off that shit.
Bro, how you talk shit about RoboCop?
Back on Yu-Gi-Oh.
You know, I'm gonna let Tony
okay,
live.
first of all,
on Yu-Gi-Oh.
Don't be disrespecting Yu-Gi-Oh Master Duel. Yo, Master Duel.
I'm falling back.
Is fire, bro. That game is fire, bro. I got on Steam alone. I have over 400 hours on Steam, but you guys don't understand. I play most of the game on mobile though. I be playing more of my playtime's on mobile. I can't even imagine how much hours I have in this.
Like your phone, mobile, or like the Steam
it's you know why? Because like my account's pretty much on both devices. It's the same experience.
Okay.
But I be playing.
That's probably the most played game, low key for you, probably.
Bro, I clearly have. If I have 400 hours on Steam, I might have 700-800 hours type shit, like altogether. Something crazy. Fucking
nerds. Motherfuckers be driving, dueling and shit.
Yes, sir. I definitely be at work with a little Master Duel. You know, when I'm parked up. You know what I mean?
They gonna put your ass in jail if you causing accidents for some damn Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Lock you right the fuck up.
And I'll clean anybody up here watching. If y'all want to challenge the GOAT, y'all know where to find me. You know what I mean? If you want to get cleaned up, pull up. But yeah, that's all.
8,000 hours in the hole. They ain't fucking with you. They could.
Yeah, but I do plan on starting Alan Wake 2. It's a big weekend. I do want to pick up Naruto, that new Storm game. It's calling me. You already know me and my anime games and shit like that. I do want to pick up that. I do want to pick up Naruto, Boruto, Storm Connections or whatever. And I do want to pick up Super Mario RPG, which is coming out tomorrow as well.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, man. I have to find time to play all these games, man.
I don't know if I was here, this happened last week or not, but I did beat Forspoken I think it was over the weekend. Finally got that shit done. It took me, 10 months? 10 months to finally beat that game.
That guy in the chat is about to get blocked, bro. That literally made me laugh. I usually don't pay attention to y'all too much, but that was heat. That was something.
What did he say? What did he say?
He's like, what?
Wait, is
Ricky?
Is it Ricky? He said, "What's Bill's opinion on Netflix's Pinocchio film?" Why you doing like that? Why are you doing like that?
Hey, listen, it is what it is at this point, bro. Hey, that was hell. Oh, Kofi, I wanted to ask you, right? Since you have that little secret platinum account, how many have you racked up now?
In about a year and some change, I have 32. I lied. 32 platinum.
Okay, that might be more than I have on my
main account. Yeah, I think so.
On my other account, my old main account that I used to have, I have 20 something. I have like 26 over there. So altogether,
so you surpassed your main account.
Yeah, I surpassed my main account too. So
on my main account I got 32.
Yeah, I got 32. So we tied up right now.
You're gonna definitely pass me. I don't see a platinum in my future. I don't chase them no more. So
yeah, me either, bro.
Unless I'm like 80-90% done with the trophies by the time I beat a game, I usually just don't even bother.
I told myself like, Spider-Man 2. You know, I got the original Spider-Man platinum. I said I'm gonna do it, but I'm like, I just
you probably almost got it. Once you beat the game, you pretty much got that shit.
Yeah, but it's busy work.
Yeah, it's definitely
is. But it's something about that 100% completion that it's starting to do something to me. You know what I mean? I'm starting to really enjoy that 100% completion shit. You know,
motherfucker morphing into a horse. That's what's happening. Kofi the Stallion out this motherfucker. You about to be the guru of Giddy Up real soon.
Jack, I'm coming for you, yo. I told Jack to pull
don't
up to
want that title no more.
Jack don't even want that shit. I told Jack to pull up to the podcast. I did send him a invite as well. I definitely want to. It's been a while since we talked to him.
Nah, he
wanted
too
to have
busy.
Him and Blaze. And guess what he told me? Let's see if
too busy focus finding negative Sony news.
Nah.
I'm at the gym.
Come on. Another guess.
Oh, you're going to the buffet. You going to the buffet?
Come on, bro. You going to the buffet?
Another guess.
He's at the casino.
There we go, Blaze. There we go. This boy Jack he got the hots for the slots, yo. He got the hots for the slots.
And it's the worst thing to get addicted to at a casino. Like, it literally is
the slots.
Bullshit. It's all bullshit.
The odds on the slots might be the worst shit in the casino ever.
Facts.
You better
blackjack or poker, bro. Damn.
Yeah, play some like fucking craps or some shit. Baccarat or some shit like that. He better off. But he probably don't do the card games.
Yeah. So he told me pulling up to the casino, so you couldn't make it this week, but we'll definitely have him on another time as well. All right, so let's tackle some of these topics, because there is actually quite a few things I do want to discuss, and I want to obviously start off with the Game Awards nominations, because we've been waiting for this for a really long time. You know what I mean? Like we've been wanting to see what's gonna make the Game of the Year list, because this year has been incredibly, busy. It's been really busy with a lot of quality games, 85 plus Metacritic games, a lot of games that people enjoyed. So we knew that games were going to get snubbed this year. A lot of games were going to get snubbed this year. So
as long as they didn't up the
I'm glad they didn't.
Yeah, they didn't.
What, the amount?
Yeah, the amount of nominees for the game.
Yeah, I wouldn't have liked that.
Nah, hell no. They already did it once. It used to be 5.
And it used to be 5,
Then they made it 6.
Really?
So when it first, like the first 3 or 4 years of Keeley running it, it was 5. And then I think 2017 was the year it went up, and that was the year you had like Nintendo Switch came in the picture. So yeah, like Zelda, Mario.
I mean, if there was ever a year for it to go up, like this year was just crazy, though. Like,
it was, and that's why I thought they was gonna make it go up, because it's not new to them to raise it, but they kept it at 6. So I was like, all right, it's gonna make it even more interesting.
Yeah, definitely. So I think at this point, 2023 is going to go down in one of the better years that we have had in gaming, at least in recent memory. I know people like to bring up like
sure, it's a lot of layoffs, Kofi.
But but this year it's been honestly, like across the board, it's been fantastic. A lot of great games coming out of third party, first party, across the board. So definitely this year we're celebrating gaming. Definitely celebrating gaming. I want to go through some of these what's it called? Categories. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And read off some of the games and pretty much have a little bit of a conversation of what you guys think is going to win, and how does the category look in your opinion?
Right.
You know what I mean? So we're going to
definitely some talk on the timeline about certain games.
For we're going to skip the bullshit like best esports coach, best esports team.
I was really looking forward to talking about that.
We do not know. Esports is not my world, so I cannot speak on it.
Yeah, we don't give a fuck about that.
We don't give a shit. Straight up.
I didn't care about a lot of them nominations, honestly. I was like, after 6 rows.
Yeah, ultimately it's probably like 5 or 6 that we really probably care about.
You know what? Let's start off with most anticipated game. So the nominations is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Hades 2, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, Star Wars Outlaws, and Tekken 8. I'm surprised they didn't put GTA 6 in this. Is it because it's not officially revealed? Is it?
Yes. That so it has to be officially revealed. I think that was the quote. What the fuck? You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
It has to be officially revealed. Qualifications. There you go. It has to be officially revealed. So I think that's probably why GTA 6 ain't officially on there. But
that's an easy pick for me personally. I haven't voted in none of these categories yet, but out of all these games, I'm definitely going Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, to be honest.
Yeah, I think that's going.
I think that's like the easiest pick. So I think that's going
to be the winner.
Down. What do you think, Blaze?
What was the list? Final Fantasy, Tekken,
Hades 2, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, and Star Wars Outlaws. Is that the Ubisoft game? That is.
Yeah, that's the one they revealed.
That game looked a little.
It looked janky to me.
It didn't.
Bro, y'all be just hating on Ubisoft.
No,
Blaze.
It's the truth. I think visually that shit looks amazing.
No, it looks alright.
It looked a little.
Something about the movement was like it looked a little janky to me. Like nothing that they can't clean up, but I think it looks like visually looks fire.
Yeah.
Hades 2.
What is this? This is the first open world Star Wars game they said too, right? I believe that's what they said. I think it's like the first open world Star Wars game or some shit like that. Like truly open world type shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a. I know it sounds crazy. I'm not like really nothing on that list really.
Does nothing for you, huh?
But I'll go with Tekken just because it looks incredible. It's Unreal Engine 5, like, and I actually used to play Tekken back in the day, but I suck at fighting games. But I casually will play them and pick them up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
I wonder why Wolverine wasn't on nominated.
Well, it hasn't been. It has. Never mind.
You know what?
It got officially revealed.
Well, you know what? I think all these games are coming out and it's confirmed to come out next year, isn't it not?
Facts. Yeah, you're right.
Every single one of these have a release date next year.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe that's why. Right. Maybe since Wolverine was just a teaser trailer, like they didn't want to put it in there. But if you're gonna put Wolverine in there, you have to put GTA. But they put GTA's cheating. At that point, you know, everybody put GTA.
Yeah.
All right, so let's moving on. Best multiplayer.
Best multiplayer.
Best multiplayer, and
what we had in that.
The games in the category is Baldur's Gate 3, which I never even knew was considered a multiplayer game.
Yeah, it's co-op, right?
I think so.
Like co-op
maybe that's why. Yeah. Party Animals, Street Fighter 6, Super Mario Bros. Wonder. So I want to go around quickly. Who do y'all think is gonna win, and what would you pick, real quick?
I think Street Fighter 6 is gonna win. I haven't played like much of these games here on this list, so I ain't got no like personal input on this. But from what I've been hearing and seeing about Street Fighter 6, I think it's gonna take this.
What do you think, Blaze?
Wait, you think it's gonna take it, or that's who you'd pick?
I think that's what's gonna win.
Okay. Well, yeah, I think. Well, yeah, I think Street Fighter will win as well. But I think
gonna hold it down?
Party Animals is fun. Like it's. You ever play Gang Beats?
No, but I've seen gameplay for Party
Okay, but
Animals.
it's like a better version of that. It's like actually the controls are actually. It's fun. It's like.
Is that game with like the ragdoll physics?
Yes, it's funny as hell, bro.
And
definitely, y'all should definitely try that one day.
Okay. You know what? I must say Street Fighter 6 as well, because if you think about it, Street Fighter 6 in comparison to Street Fighter 5, this game actually launched to crazy reviews. I think it's currently sitting at like a 92 on Metacritic. Some people believe that it deserved to even be nominated for Game of the Year, but you already know the Game Awards. Typically, if you're a racing game or you're a fighting game, they don't really give you that nod for a sports game. Yeah, they don't give you that nod for Game of the Year, even though you're critically acclaimed for whatever reason. Maybe the impact, I don't know what's their reasoning behind it, that it doesn't, these type of games don't get nominated for Game of the Year, because we saw the same thing happen with like games like Forza Horizon, right? Those games got like incredible reviews, but it didn't get nominated.
I think those games just don't cover enough areas of gameplay that that other games do. Like Street Fighter is like a great fighting game, but then you have other games that get nominated and they have other mechanics to it, like whether it be fighting, gunplay, puzzles. Right, they have like deeper story and narrative and shit like that. So I think that's probably why they don't put it in. But something that excels really well at what it's supposed to do, I don't know. You could probably make an argument in some years that they do deserve to be in there. Yeah. Like maybe if this was a weaker year, Street Fighter 6 would have probably got in there.
Yeah, I think I would pick Street Fighter 6, and I think that's what's gonna win. All right, so moving on, the next category. What do we really care about? All right, let's move on to best fighting game. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. Yeah. So the games in this category is God of Rock, which I've never heard of until today. Mortal Kombat 1, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2, Pocket Bravery, and Street Fighter 6. So I think this is honestly going to be a competition between Street Fighter 6 and Mortal Kombat 1, and I think Street Fighter 6 is going to hold it down because I think it's just more well received than Mortal Kombat 1.
Yeah. I agree with everything you're saying.
Yeah, the shit I be hearing about Mortal Kombat 1 is kind of disappointing, especially because Mortal Kombat, what was it, 11 was the last one before 1?
Yeah.
It just seemed like they were coming off really good like momentum and shit, and then this one came out and people talk about it's unfinished or it's lacking content and shit like that. Don't have crossplay. Some other things that are going on. I don't know if they have had updates since, but I did hear a lot of shit. I was like, damn, they ain't really You know what I mean? They ain't really do what they're supposed to do.
I used to be a super big Mortal Kombat fan, and the simple fact that I actually don't have this game it's insane. Like it's just it's a testament to man's been busy. Like I really do want to try it out. And looking at the Omni-Man gameplay, I can't even lie, that shit look kind of look crazy.
Yeah, the gameplay did look fire.
And yeah, the Omni-Man gameplay looked fire. And we know Homelander is pulling up. He's also a guest character as well. And I do want to hop in and play some Mortal Kombat 1 when I do have the opportunity. So one of these days. Okay,
those skins definitely gonna bring a lot of people back on or to it for the first time.
Yeah. Let's do an interesting category. So this one's best RPG, right? So the nominees are Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 16, Lies of P, Sea of Stars, and the game of the generation, Starfield. Blaze, what's holding it down? I know what you like,
bro.
I know what you like.
Yeah, you guys know it's obviously Sea of Stars for me.
Get out of here, bro.
Nah, but for real, Liza P got snubbed. For real, Liza P was so excellent, man. It was so excellent. But yeah, for me, it's Liza P, and it's not even like and especially that I beat the game. I played the game. Baldur's Gate, I know it's a quality game. It's just not my type of game. But Liza P is an excellent game, and I really hope it wins something because it really when you look at the developer. Like that game came out of nowhere and it exceeded my expectations at that point. Like it was just incredible, bro. It really was. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Liza P for sure.
Liza P. What do you think?
Is this the only category Liza P is in?
Nah, I think
Liza P will win.
Oh, so you actually think it's gonna win?
It's gonna win?
Bro,
and best RPG with Baldur's Gate in there? Like the industry darling, the industry plant?
Yeah. Baldur's Gate taking this, dog.
Yeah,
I'm sorry to
sweep. They're gonna sweep. Yeah, they're gonna sweep.
We know you feeling the game, you love it, but it's
Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate.
Because they're saying that this kind of revolutionized the RPG genre. That's what that's the type of words that they're using when describing this game. You know what I mean? I haven't played it myself, so I can't speak too much on it. But it seems like this is easily the pick, and I think this game is gonna walk away with a lot of awards at the Game Awards this year. So
some people was even questioning why Liza P was on here as an RPG, but I didn't get that. Aren't Souls like games usually categorized as RPGs?
They're action RPGs. That's exactly what.
You have role playing. You have multiple different builds. Like it's an RPG.
It's a role playing game. Yeah, it's a role.
One game that is on here that ain't no fucking RPG is Final Fantasy 16. In fact, you could take that shit off the list. Like I'm be more satisfied if they doubled up on Liza P and take Final Fantasy 16 out that goddamn list. That shit is not no RPG, dog. If Liza P ain't RPG to some people, Final Fantasy 16.
Liza P got more RPG mechanics.
Fucking RPG.
Liza P got
God
more
of
RPG
War
mechanics
got more RPG mechanics than Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah.
Like it shit
Armored
is
Core,
ridiculous.
bro. You could put Armored Core on that list technically.
Yeah, a lot of customization, player customization and builds and stuff like that, right? It kind of falls into that a little bit, I guess.
Playing a role and shit. But Baldur's Gate 3 is definitely taking that.
What's the chances of Starfield coming through? Because this is the only category I believe Starfield is nominated in, by the way, guys. This is the only category out of all the fucking category. Yeah, out of all the fucking categories, this is the only category Starfield is nominated in. And
tragedy. That's an L. That's a huge fucking L right there. For a game to be Bethesda's next big title, the savior of Xbox, and that shit got nominated for one category. Damn.
That's crazy.
Nigga said Phil Spencer got to take his reveals back.
That's what I said. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, Kofi. Oh yeah, you have put that in the chat.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, isn't this show being like hosted at the Microsoft like Hall Theater or some shit like that?
I know it has in the past. I don't know.
You don't know about this one? Because if it is, J-Man, them boys got to up the rent. The rent got to go quadruple the price. after
they got to storm the stage. They got to storm the stage again.
Take Jeff Keighley's mic.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Starfield deserves to win. Yell that in the mic.
You're like, yo, Larian Studios, I'm gonna let you finish, but Starfield had the best RPG elements of all time.
Yeah, low key, they need to pull a Kanye.
And you played Starfield?
Yeah, I put
30 hours. 30 hours in.
You had 30 hours in? I'm like
30 hours in.
That's where I stopped at too, around there, bro. Like it's
other games came out, but you know what? I'm glad that I stopped because I don't know if you guys been paying attention. There's like a whole bunch of patches coming out for the game, which is vastly improved the performance in it. They bringing over DLSS and all that stuff. So I'm glad I actually put it down. I do plan on revisiting it my Christmas break when I got my 2 weeks off, and I'm gonna just clean it up. But I said it on this pod before. The 30 hours that I did play, I was immersed in it. I liked what I was seeing. Is it the greatest game I've ever played? No, but it's not it's far from a bad game. You know what I mean? It's far from a bad game. It's just very. It's a good game. It's a good game. Bro. Very traditional Bethesda, and I guess that's kind of a knock for it, where a game like Baldur's Gate seems to be, pushing the genre. Shit. Yeah, pushing the genre further. So it couldn't the game couldn't have come out in the worst time. You know what I mean? Maybe if Starfield released last year, it probably would be last generation. None. Even last year. Because what was the competition last year? What was the competition last year?
Like RPGs?
No, just in general. Like, what were the big games last year?
Elden Ring, Ragnarok. It was Forbidden West.
I think it would have made it. I think it would have made it last year.
Last year was a busy year too, technically. Like,
not as busy as this year.
No, I know, but it was like, bro, Elden Ring was everywhere. And Elden Ring didn't just last. Yeah, Elden Ring wasn't just around for a week, bro. That shit was like a fucking.
Yeah, that was months.
So y'all don't think Starfield would have made Game of the Year conversations if it released last year?
I don't think so.
I'm trying to see.
Maybe it gets a nominee. Maybe.
That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying it will win Game of the Year, but nomination.
It would have made it.
It would have made it, right? Like when you look at the 6 games, what's the 6 games, Jamie?
Stray was in the fucking list.
Oh, come on, it would have made it. It would have made it.
Stray is fine.
It would have made it. It would have made it. It would have made the nominations. This year is just too. No.
A Plague's Tale was there. Ragnarok, Forbidden West, Stray, and Xenoblade 3.
Bro, even people that love cats and like Stray even admit that it
was good. That game. I like Stray.
I started it. I couldn't finish it. One day I'm gonna get back to it though.
Nah, you got to get back to that. That game is dope as hell, man. Dope ass story too.
Yeah, for sure.
Great art style. Great art style. But I think it would have made it.
Yeah.
But this year, that was the whole debate about like even Game of the Year, like which we'll get to, is that this ain't the year where shit could just make it off of being great. It has to be damn near amazing, if not genre defining, to get up in that list, or it should be at least, because of so many great games that came out this year.
Yeah. Damien, I pretty much predicted every single game that was going to be in there. And the safe answer for me was also to say Super Mario Bros. Wonder. It's a safe answer. It got a 95 on Metacritic. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's a safe But I actually thought some politicking would be going around. I thought some politicking would go around, and because it seems like a year that every
cut it.
Yeah.
No, I'm with Kofi on this.
I thought some politicking would go around. Like, trust me, the easiest answer is to say Super Mario Bros. Wonder is going to make it in. So I was 5 out of 6. But I thought Starfield would fit in there just because of some politic type of shit, saying that, like, yo, this is a year that every gaming manufacturer kind of dropped, like, a big game, quote unquote. So I thought it would get a nod just for that. But I was surprised to see. I thought they were just going to pick one Nintendo game, and it was going to be Tears of the Kingdom. I never knew. Same. I actually thought Wonder was going to get snubbed. It was going to be in other categories, but it wasn't going to be in the Game of the Year category. That's what I.
When you think about it, Phil Spencer sits there every year with a smile. It's in the Microsoft, isn't it? In Microsoft.
That's Center? What I'm saying.
It's a like Peacock Theater now, but I think it used to be the Microsoft.
But the whole point is, it's like, wow, that's tough to sit there and just like,
yeah, bro, it gotta be year after year, dog. You sitting there and your shit ain't up for some of the best shit. Like you want to see your shit. I don't care like whose awards it is. It's one of the biggest award shows. Fucking in gaming, so you want to see your games represented in there. I don't care what anybody says. You do.
I think it perpetuates and furthers the narrative about the state of Xbox too. Just not having no representation. Never. Like I've been seeing people put out this chart. I don't know how accurate it is. I think it's pretty accurate, right? Because I just haven't done my research yet. But it seems like Microsoft hasn't had a Game of the Year contender in like over 10 years at the Game Awards.
More than that.
Yeah. People want to give them credit for Psychonauts 2 being nominated in, was it 2019 or some shit like that?
Nah, that's not how it works, bro. We're not doing
that. You know what? Technically, did Microsoft purchase the studio before the award show? Technically, I it's a technicality, but we put an asterisk around that, though. You know what I'm saying? Put an asterisk on that though.
For sure. You know they're not getting full credit for that. They did help out with the game, though. They did help with funding and shit. So I know, like, I read that Psychonauts wouldn't have had some of the boss fights in the game without the funding that they had got. So they definitely, I'll give them 1/8 of a nominee credit. That's about it.
Yeah. Like, if it wasn't such a purchase game, like a game that was already like crowdfunded, and you know what I mean? Like, look, I guess they count.
Wait, so they bought it and then.
No, it was already being crowdfunded. Psychonauts 2 was already being crowdfunded.
2019, I think the game came out in 2021. So it was already crowdfunded, but what they, at the time of development, they were like cutting stuff out because they didn't have enough funding for the game. So with the Microsoft coming in, they picked them up. Not saying that the game wouldn't have been great without Microsoft, but they were able to add more because of Microsoft. So
well, they got to get credit then. Fuck it. I mean,
I said I give them credit, but they get a little asterisks at on there. Like, I would have loved to see.
Also, it's like the NBA Finals in the bubble.
The bubble. It's a bubble ring thing. You know what I mean?
It's a bubble ring.
It's a bubble ring thing because I would love to see like Halo there. I would love to see like Gears, like or maybe a franchise that
like a staple franchise.
Yeah, like a staple franchise or something that we know that the game wasn't already cooking and they just came up and bought it. And
I was talking to Kofi in the Discord and he was talking about. Someone brought up Gears 5 and shit, and he was like, "Yo, when Gears 1 came out, like, bro, just it's fucking sad, bro. Like, it really is like that. They can't get bright. They can't get back to that. And Gaming Addict said, "Oh, the industry wants one game, and it's the over the shoulder." But I disagree with that. Like, Nintendo's disproven that time and time again that's not.
And
true.
Baldur's Gate kind of disproves that too.
Disproved that. Yeah.
Baldur's Gate.
Everybody was getting on Square Enix about going away from turn-based and shit, and here comes Baldur's Gate being a turn-based RPG, shitting on everybody, like being a media darling, critically acclaimed. Like, it's not just one style of game that everybody wants.
So this is perfect. We're already here, so we could take a break from reading out nominations. We could take a break. We're here. Xbox tax. Xbox tax. Does it exist? Seriously, I want y'all to give a real honest answer. Just looking at the landscape of things, J-Man, Blaze, we follow gaming media, we see the articles, do you believe there's any form of Xbox quote unquote tax or pretty much
what the fuck does that even mean?
Okay, so let me explain the Xbox tax. I don't fully know what the Xbox are describing, but in my interpretation is like some form of bias against the Xbox platform in the gaming media. Do you believe it honestly exists?
No fucking way. No fucking way.
Why?
Can I believe that? Not even this year alone. Did we all get amnesia and forget that Hi-Fi Rush came out this year and the shit was critically acclaimed? Media was praising the hell out of Hi-Fi Rush. In fact, everybody then was saying, "Oh, this is a Game of the Year nominee." Already in January or February, whenever it came out. "Oh, this is a Game of the Year nominee." Out the gate, loved Hi-Fi Rush. But what happened now is that their Lord and Savior Starfield didn't get the praise and the critical acclaim that they wanted it or thought it was gonna get, and now all of a sudden it's the bias against Xbox, it's the Xbox tax. But just earlier in the year, Hi-Fi Rush was being talked about as a Game of the Year nominee. So no, that Xbox tax.
But they're saying,
bullshit.
Jamie, the also thing I hear is the industry's getting back at Xbox for buying up everybody. I've been hearing that too. Like,
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I think some media sites and journalists don't like it because they expressed it. They have clearly expressed it. Some people have expressed that.
For sure.
But is that the reason why they're giving maybe unfavorable or extra scrutiny to Microsoft games? I want to ask Blaze before I give you guys what I actually personally think. Unless you.
No, just to add to that, they were buying Activision Blizzard before Hi-Fi Rush came out. That was already like damn near set in stone. So
I'm gonna give you what I think. I want to hear what Blaze thinks first, though. Do you think there's any sort of media bias against Xbox or
all I can remember
any of that stuff going around,
all I can hear in the back of my head is Meds screaming. We're in that Discord. all these Xbox fans like, "There's Xbox tax."
Nah, Meds believes it. Meds believes it's immediate. He believes that people. Yeah, he believes it's everyone hates Xbox.
I think PlayStation. The fact of the matter is, whether people don't want to hear it or not, I think PlayStation is pop culture, bro. It's just the cool thing right now. So does that give it a little brownie points? Maybe.
I think so.
right? I think so. I think it gives a little brownie points, but at the end of the day, it's not like Days Gone hasn't released and been ridiculed to a fucking piece of shit. You know what I mean? And Ghost of Tsushima is as beloved as that game is. What is it, an 82 on Metacritic?
83 on Metacritic.
83, yeah.
Like, think about that. That's the perfect game that you give it a 90, like, and you just kind of glance at it like, oh yeah, that's a 90 all day. Like, so like these games have come out, PlayStation games have come out and been ridiculed and gotten low scores. It just, people just want to, you know, look at Sony's success, but they've had some flops. The order, like, we can keep going down the list, bro. They've had flops. So, do I think there's a little bit of bias towards PlayStation? Sure, fine, but overall,
PlayStation or Xbox?
Xbox. But overall, I think the quality and the games are gonna always be the determining factor. Like, you have to put out good. Like Kofi was saying, oh, is it one game? Can they come back with just one great game that I think people change their tone? I don't know. I think it will change a lot of people, but I think in the back of the head, they're always going to be like, oh, that was just one spinoff. It'll never happen again. Right? Because he said if Halo can't change, if Halo comes out broken, unfinished, unpolished, and it can't save Xbox, and then Starfield was supposed to be the game, literally the game of the generation.
Game. Yeah, that was the it game.
And then that comes out, and don't get me wrong, Starfield's a great game, but it's not
the it game. What I mean? It's not the it game. It's not the it game.
I mean, you ain't even got to dance around that, Blaze. Even fucking Bethesda fans will tell you that. It's just the truth.
No, it's not dancing. I just don't want to be unfair to it because I do think it has great qualities to it, but I also think they missed the ball with a lot of shit. I think there's a lot of things that they cut corners on and decided to throw a loading screen in front of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Starfield. Look, listen. Starfield is a great game. It's just not an amazing game. Like, you know, when we played Oblivion, when we played Skyrim back in the day, those games were it. Those games were 100% it. And I am of the belief that if I think perception of the game would be maybe a little bit more positive. Right now, it's sitting at like an 83 on Metacritic. I think it would be a little bit more positive, like maybe like a 85, 86, if the game wasn't supposed to be Microsoft's savior. Type game.
There's a lot of pressure on it to.
That's why
live up to it.
Prior to the release of Starfield, how many articles did you see about just saying, yo, not even just from the fanboys, because the fanboys hyped it up to Oblivion too. But how many articles do you see from the media saying like this is Microsoft's? It feels like Starfield is Microsoft's last ditch effort. We've seen posts from Ryan McCaffrey. We've seen this shit, right?
Yeah,
so at this point, like the whole world is watching this game.
You even bet money on it being
the whole world.
Because you're like,
that's what I'm saying. The whole world is watching this game. They're saying like, okay, like Blades was saying, I was telling him, if Halo didn't get it done, and that's supposed to be your flagship title, you know what I mean? What else is gonna get it done? Like, what else is gonna get it done?
But all the big people face that pressure. You don't think when Sony puts out a big game, they don't have to compete with themselves?
I think they
Spider-Man
do. I think they
have
do.
to compete with Spider-Man.
You're right.
Game is gonna have to compete with Last of Us 2.
But I don't think I understand that, but I think this is double the pressure. Because now you know why is this double the pressure? Because Bethesda is already, his reputation's a little bit already shot with Fallout 76. Right, the reputation's already hurt from that, so they have to even beat their own allegations. Now they have to save Xbox on top of that. Now they have to save Xbox on top of that. So I think the pressure is really not comparable, and that's why I think we've seen way more articles and way more conversation surrounding, oh, Starfield has to be great. It can't just be good. It needs to be great. It needs to be amazing. It needs to blow the doors off. You know what I mean? There were so much hit pieces like that from gamers and the media, and since it just turned out just to be just a decent, great game, you know, people are automatically, you know,
they're saying Ghost got nominated that year with a low 82
It
score.
did. But you have to also look at the landscape. But you have to look at the landscape of the year too. Maybe there's not a lot of huge games that released that year. That Ghost.
That's
what I'm trying to find out.
That's part 2.
20, is that 22?
Animal Crossing 2020 year. Part 2 Animal Crossing, Doom Eternal, 7 remake, Ghost of Tsushima, and Hades.
That's a good year too. That's a good year. Had some.
Wait. Say that again.
Last of Us Part 2, Animal Crossing, Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy 7 remake, Ghost of Tsushima, and Hades.
Yeah, it fits in there. Those are probably like the better games I released that year.
Yeah.
So do I believe that there's some sort of media bias against Xbox? No, I don't think so. But I do feel that if when Microsoft drops a quality game, it's not like it gets shit on. And I think
it gets praised.
It gets praised.
It gets
Once
praised,
again,
man.
Flight Simulator has like a 90-something on Metacritic, right? Forza Horizon has a 90-something on Metacritic, right? What else? You said Hi-Fi Rush, 88 on Metacritic, 88, 89 on Metacritic.
Not first party, but Ori was attached to Xbox. Great reviews.
90 on Metacritic as well. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Kofi, what about Metacritic?
Attached to Xbox.
What you say?
Talk about Metacritic, because remember dudes were saying, "Oh, Metacritic don't matter," and like we were saying, "No, I think it influence it. Maybe it's not the final."
That's disproven. It matters to a lot of people. Even it matters to the fanboys themselves, because one day they're using it to big up their game. But when it doesn't fit their narrative, all of a sudden it doesn't matter. Reviews don't matter. Who cares, right? Play it for yourself. So I don't really care about the fanboy logic, because they just full of shit. You know, like those guys are just full of shit. One day it matters, it don't matter. But it does definitely matter to the developers for a fact, because we see how proud Insomniac was to reach a 90 on Metacritic and stuff like that. You know,
hell yeah.
These developers get bonuses based off great review scores and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So all of this stuff is important. And when you share a piece of art and something like that, you share it for people to enjoy. No one wants to put out no bullshit, right? When you put out music, you want, when someone listens to your music, right? You're putting it out for it to be, you're trying to put out your best foot forward and for people to enjoy. You know what I'm saying? And for it to be the best. So I don't believe that whole reviews don't matter, because I think that's very hypocritical of me to say to somebody who shares my opinion online and makes reviews. So in the end of the day, I think if you're a consumer, like I've been saying, you should use it as a tool. It shouldn't be the end all be all. I think the Naruto game that come out, I don't think it's getting good reviews, but shit, I'm a Naruto fan, so I'm gonna buy it anyways. So you know what I mean? So it is what it is. It is what it is. So I think in the end of the day, you use it as a tool, just to help support you, because gaming is an expensive hobby, and not everyone has $100 to go see it for themselves just to see if they like it or not. You know what I mean? I think it's okay to listen to some opinions and form your own, watch some gameplay, and see if you want to pull the trigger. I think that's what makes you a smart consumer. Actually, that's just.
Kofi, you remember I pushed Kofi's buttons. I said, Kofi, I don't know. I think you're starting to fit a narrative here. I think you only like games that are, stamped and approved. And then he's like, no, I like this and I like that and I like this. And I'm like, okay. Well, once he gave me that, he liked all the I didn't know Dragon Ball games.
Yo, anime games don't review good, bro. Anime
they typically don't be.
They don't review good, and I buy most, bro. I just bought One Piece Burning Blood, got the platinum, and that shit is like a 70 on Metacritic or some shit, bro. Like that should never really matter to me. If I'm interested, I'm interested. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
But I also hate, since we're already here, Blazing, bro. I also hate the narrative that wanting to play great games. That we're in the gaming community and people say, yo, this game is great. I wanted to check for it. I don't think that's a crime for it either. You know what I mean? Like, we're here to play the best games. Like, am I supposed to ignore the best game because I don't want to play the best games? I might appear as a hype beast or something. What the fuck? You sound stupid to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this game is too good. Oh, people are saying it's too good. I don't want to play it. I might be a hype beast if I play it. You sound stupid. We're here to play the best games too. You know what I'm saying? Recommend me some of the best.
You ain't never beaten the allegations, my boy. Yeah.
I embrace. You know what I do? You know what you do? When you have to embrace it, J-Man. You know when niggas talk the shit?
You
embrace it, then
it kills their narrative, bro.
It kills it. Like, all right, who cares? All right, cool.
Taking the steam out of the sails.
Exactly. Just embrace it. Yes, sir.
Yo, the thing is, there are people though that literally hype a lot of. I don't think Kofi's that. I think he enjoys what he enjoys, but I wouldn't say Kofi's a hype beast. I wouldn't. Does he hype games? I guess you're supposed to hype the best games. You know what I mean?
But you know what?
But there's people that hype everything.
But you know what's my challenge to that is like, all right, yo. So look at your catalog. One people who say that type of shit to me is like, yo, 90% of us in the hardcore gaming community, we play the same games. We all play the fucking same games. Blaze, what have you played that I haven't played? That we play the same games. So if I'm one of you, you have to be one too. Literally everyone in the community plays the same games. Typically.
Now the real hype beast shit is if you ain't have no interest in the game, and then like either one of your favorite like publishers bought them out, like smooth shit with fucking Bethesda games.
See, that's I've never done no shit like that. I've never shit on no.
And once Microsoft bought him, he wanted to play him now. Starfield is game of the year, like shit like that.
I've never done no shit like that. But I refuse to.
All the shit you did with Kingdom Hearts, that was definitely some hype beast shit.
Yo, you know what pissed me off? I think the only reason why people call that hype beast, but it's because the videos, the live streams did well. I think that's the only reason why people call that. You know why? Because on this podcast, Kofi play Kingdom Hearts 3. Kofi play Kingdom Hearts. Jump into the Kingdom Hearts fan. No, J-Man. Y'all said play Kingdom Hearts. Check it out. Guess what Kofi does? He checks it out. Hype beast. Come on, what? What?
You went straight to the third one. You didn't even.
I didn't. I went, but that's not. See, that's how I know you don't know your facts,
J-Man. If his videos went
double
plastic, y'all wouldn't have cared.
J-Man, that's how I know you don't know facts, because I went back and played. I tried to play the first one. I said it was buns. I went to the first one. It was buns.
Right there. You ain't want to check out none of the other ones.
Bro, I went to the first one. I tried playing. I have the fucking trophy evidence for that shit.
So what made you play the third one if the first one was trash?
Because the gameplay looked a little bit better. The gameplay looked better, and it was a lot. It was better in
2. The gameplay looked better in 2. You didn't want to try that out?
I don't think I did try it out, but I didn't finish it.
Nah,
J-Man likes Kingdom Hearts. That's right. I forget you're a big Kingdom Hearts guy. Wow. Yo, you know,
bro. Y'all can't be like, yo, check this out. And when you nigga checks it out, now you're complaining, bro.
Nah. Especially if they're telling you to constantly like, yo, take a look at this game, and then you finally do, and they want to Firm Software, Solid Red believes that if Firm Software dropped a Barbie doll, like a Barbie world, but it had Souls combat, then I would hype it up.
You would buy it?
And I'm like, no, that's not true.
You definitely would. No, nigga, you would. Come on, Blaze, stop it. You play every Souls-like game, dog.
You know what? That's actually not true about Blaze. He likes From Software games. The clones, he usually shits on the clones. He always shits. He didn't. I don't think he. Yeah, this year, because he's changing.
Yeah, he play all the clones.
Yeah, because he's changing. Before he wasn't like this. Blaze, see, I could tell the truth on Blaze.
Elden Ring
Blaze wasn't like this, yo. Before games like Neo, even fucking the Spirit of Sekiro, he fucking refused to play. Like he didn't want to play Neo. He didn't want to play no Surges. He didn't want to play none of that shit until recently. Now he's trying that shit out. Before it was strictly, yo, if it's not From Software, I'm not playing it. That's how Blaze was.
Oh, he deeper into his hype shit. That's all it is. Now it's every Souls-like game. I get it.
Yeah. All right, so back to the Xbox, quote unquote.
To the tax.
I'm a firm believer if the game quality is absolutely fantastic, right? I don't think no one will be able to deny it. You know what I mean? The reality of the fact is, and you could disagree with me if you want, I think Microsoft hasn't had a Gears of War 1 or a Halo 1, 2, 3 moment in a very long time. And if you do disagree with me, please type in the game that had that kind of effect, that shook up the industry, that started a new franchise. When's the last time Microsoft started like a whole new franchise off a single brand new IP? You know what I'm saying? If you guys have the answer for that, I would definitely love to hear read it in the chat. I believe that's what's separating Microsoft and PlayStation at this point. I think PlayStation.
So when do you think that next opportunity could be given? Like, I don't know.
At this point, I see some people saying Hellblade 2. So far, it's not doing it for me. No. That game is looking like a complete walking simulator. They gotta show me a little bit more. Like I thought when they were bringing a sequel, they're gonna like vastly improve.
I'm so sick of Hellblade. Yo,
I'm so tired of seeing that shit, bro. I'm so tired.
Yo, Kofi, if they zoom into this bitch's teeth again, all you see about Hellblade is this bitch smiling every Can you show me some gameplay?
I'm tired of seeing the mocap. Like, okay, we get it. The graphics are nice. I think there's more.
So if I see her breakfast in her teeth one more time, cut this shit off.
You know what I mean? So I'm really waiting for that next game. Whether it's going to be a new IP, whether it's going to be a reboot of a franchise that already existed.
Could it be Fable? Shout out to Xbox Honey Bun leader. Yeah. Fable. That might be.
See, that's what I'm saying. I got an eye on it. But once again, this is we know Playground's a great studio when it comes to Forza Horizon. We know that they've been extremely consistent. They drop quality.
They have.
I'm a big Forza Horizon fan. Play every single one of them. As for
we got to give
Fable,
credit to that though. That's not easy, bro.
Yeah, they've been extremely consistent with that. And, I always big up Forza Horizon. You guys already know that. I put hours into those games. I love those games. But when it comes to Fable, the thing is, since it's a brand new, it's not a brand new IP, it's a reboot, but this is like their first time tackling like an open world RPG. I don't know what to think. It's hard for me to like.
They got a lot to prove.
Yeah, it's hard for me just to jump out the window and be like, "Yo, this is Microsoft's next big one." You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of hard to say at this point. I don't think we'll know it until we actually get it. At this point, you know what I mean? I don't think we'll know it until we actually get it. But I'm a firm believer if Microsoft drops a quality game, it will get its fair justice. It just has to be undeniable. It has to be undeniable. Yeah.
Because that Xbox tag shit sound like they would feel like if Baldur's Gate 3 was Xbox, like that shit wouldn't get praised.
They wouldn't get that. It wouldn't get that praise.
I don't believe that.
I don't believe that either. I don't believe that either.
I mean, if Starfield gets a 90 and above, there was a lot of there was a lot of hype and a lot of talk about Starfield for like a year straight, bro. So I mean, I feel like if it hits that mark, maybe you know what I mean? If it came out and it was just a little bit more polished and it got a 90 plus, you don't think it...
But right
and it came out in the same year as Baldur's Gate 3. That matters, dog. People just got finished playing that game and hearing about that game, and then you got to review and live up to that. That's gonna matter. It happens.
It's hard.
It happens.
You know what? So we already know that Microsoft got a whole lot of games coming down their pipeline. Shit, they have a shit ton of studios, probably over 35 studios, probably more at this point. After that, Activision, Blizzard. So we already know that, baby. Yeah, we already know they got
yes. Oh yeah, the next
studios.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we already know they got talented developers over there, like making something. So one of these games got to be good, man. One of these games got to be like that good. No, like Microsoft has dropped good games. Don't get it twisted. They have dropped good games, but we're talking about the next level. We're talking about the next level.
I tell people that, Kofi, give me something memorable. I'm talking, give me a memorable game, like from 20 years from now. I'll be like, yo, like when you think of the Xbox One, you think back. Give me a memorable game from the Xbox One, just one.
The OG Xbox One or the 2013?
No, yeah, the original Xbox One.
That's the problem. That's like I said it on this pod before.
Halo.
It's not though. That's the thing is it's not.
Halo,
I would say Halo was at its worst on the Xbox One.
No, Xbox One. Wait, hold on. Which Xbox One y'all talking about?
Oh, the new 2013. 2013.
Oh, 2013. Oh, no, not Halo. Hell no, not Halo.
You see, that's bad marketing by Xbox again.
Nah.
You see,
they don't really have one that's like okay. That
every
was
console, J-Man, every console had a genre defining game, like you just said, right? Since the OG Xbox obviously had Combat Evolved, it literally sold the Xbox, right? It kept the lights on.
I like this.
Then when the 360 came around, obviously it was the Gears of War franchise, right? But the Xbox One, what was that game for the Xbox One? We didn't get it.
Sunset Overdrive, baby. Yes, sir.
We didn't get it. We got a lot of cool games, but we never got that. Microsoft wasn't able to produce one like that hit to turn into like, oh, we got a new franchise type of situation. They didn't do it.
No, they didn't.
Because making a new franchise is hard, right? Because you know Sony came out Order, awesome idea. When you think about it conceptually, it's a great idea, but it failed.
Yeah.
But then Horizon and then Ghost broke records. Like Horizon was like the best new selling IP. Then Ghost broke those records after. Like so. It's hard to do, but I think Sony is kind of
very risky
found a niche
too.
Yeah,
but I think that's the difference between them and PlayStation at this point, because it seems like PlayStation, for the most part, is like they're still dropping like new IPs that turn into franchises. Despite how much shit I talk about like Horizon and shit, it's still like 20 million, 15 million seller, type of situation, new IP that people seem to love, right? So I think we need some of that action.
Well, they started doing that when they backs got against the wall in the PS3 generation. They had no choice.
Yeah, but had The Last of Us, right? Because Last of Us is relatively a new franchise. Like it's only 2013. It's only a few.
It seems like Microsoft wants to hang on to their franchises and continue them. And I used to think that about Sony, but when you think about PlayStation, bro, they got a bunch of IPs that I want them to go back to. Like I'm begging them to go back to, and they won't. Where I feel like Microsoft is kind of like continuing, like, bro, They're on Gear 6 now. If they release that, they're on Forza.
So, well, PlayStation is kind of in a little bit of.
PlayStation is doing that
too. They milking shit more. They milking shit more these days.
But PlayStation is doing that too. But when
they are with remakes. Yeah.
Yes.
PlayStation is doing that too. But look, there's a stark difference between God of War 3 and God of War 2018. You see, like at least when they're continuing the franchise and they completely rebooted, like God of War, like they brought into a whole different new light. New different way to play it, like it just breathes new life into the shit, like, you know what I mean? Like it was as much, you know, like you might have your preferences between the old style of God of War and the new style, but you can't kind of hate what they did with 2018, you know what I mean? Like that shit was special too, like for a franchise that has had six games prior to come out in 2018 and kind of reboot it like that in that way, is you can't hate. You can't hate. You'll be like, yo, that's kind of fire. So I guess we gotta wait. We gotta wait and see what Fable does, I guess, because it's kind of like a reboot. And let's see if Playground's able to cook. But at this point, I think it's time for the Xbox community to stop putting hopes and dreams on one game.
You think it's Fable though? Like you think that's the game?
No. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that again, bro. I'm not doing that again. I don't know, Blaze. I'm taking an I don't know approach.
Could be it, but I'm taking an I don't know. That's all.
Approach.
Like what Kofi said, I got a lot of faith in Playground from a talent perspective, but we just gonna have to wait and see.
Yeah, it's a wait and see approach. I ain't jumping out the window about anything, and I think the Xbox guys shouldn't jump out the window about anything either until the game's here or we got proper hands on to see how it really be looking like. You know what I'm saying? So, there's that. So Xbox tax, man, I don't believe it exists. I do believe PlayStation is pop culture and obviously the popular brand in comparison, so it may seem like people shit on Xbox, but I don't think the media will be unfair to Microsoft if they drop a quality game, because we've seen them drop quality games and they got great reviews. So
can I ask you guys a question real quick about that?
Sir.
Is it I don't know if it's me or maybe I don't follow as many Nintendo, but I feel like it's more PlayStation and Xbox on Twitter. Like I barely see.
Yeah, no, there's community. There's a community for Nintendo, but in my opinion, unless I just do not see it and someone could just show me, it seems like the Nintendo community is just a whole lot less toxic than
because they getting games. Dude, boy, they eating good over there.
Bro, when's the last time you really seen like Nintendo fanboys like really do anything? Like you don't really even see them like that.
They don't need to.
They just be enjoying their shit.
Switch is selling amazing. The games is got multiplayer games. They got the single player games.
Thank you, babe.
A lot of games
selling well. They got a lot of shit right now. They content. They chilling.
I haven't seen no Nintendo controversy like via like fanboys like in forever. Like I can't remember.
Also too, the fanboys, they kind of don't even review Nintendo as like the console war shit. To them, I think they view that shit like handheld shit. So they don't really even like target Nintendo when it comes to. And then you do see it sometimes when the reviews come out for Nintendo games. They be like, oh, Nintendo get a pass, or Nintendo.
Yeah, you be seeing that. You do be seeing
old ass looking games and resolutions is horrible and frame rates and shit like that. You see it then, but I think the war is just the console.
But is that PlayStation and Xbox guys saying that to Nintendo guys, or Nintendo guys saying like among themselves? It's usually PlayStation guys or Xbox guys saying, look at this Nintendo game. How we're on the 50th Mario. How's it a 90 type of situation? That's like the only time you see.
That's what I said. I think it's the Playstation Xbox guys. I'll say it to them.
Bro, that no achievement shit for Nintendo. I know, Nintendo's like it drives me nuts, bro. I might as well pirate the game, bro. Like,
Jesus Christ. That is funny.
I'm talking about
because fuck supporting the devs, right, Blaze? Fuck supporting
no, but you don't think that don't buy like. I'm not even a guy that cares about trophies, but for some reason I do care about like just like a stamp, like hey, I beat that game. Yeah, a record,
bro.
Yeah.
I'll just take a screenshot. You'll be alright.
And some of these guys' playtime be skewed. Even y'all's playtimes on PlayStation be lying. I saw a man with 700 hours in Spider-Man Remastered. What are you doing in Spider-Man Remastered? You have 700 hours in it, Jamie. What are you possibly doing? Like a lot of y'all waste a whole lot of time in these games, inflating your hours and shit, acting like you're taking all this long to beat these games. These games are not that long, bro. There's no reason why your play time for a Spider-Man game should be 400 hours. For what?
Now, there is some people, though, that really, like, get into a game and they live that shit. Like, even if it is hours a day just swinging around in Spider-Man, there are people that do that. But, niggas do be inflating that shit. Like, it's bullshit. But
you left your PlayStation on and went to work, bro. Keep it a buck.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Man, I just want to leave this shit on, bro. Like, man, be having, like, I saw something crazy. I think I saw somebody actually have, like, clock, like, $500-600 in Spider-Man. I was like, what?
Yeah, I seen that, too.
I'm like, how was that even possible?
It was like that on like Last of Us Part 2 as well. Somebody had that as well. It's like $500-600 in Last of Us Part 2. Like,
bro, I got like 800 hours in Elden Ring.
Bro, like even running through the game, it's like a 20-hour campaign, bro.
So yeah.
It's like Elden Ring, I got 800 hours, and it's real.
It's 8 hours
multiplayer.
Legit hours?
Bro, multiplayer. That's all I played for like 4 months. Maybe 50s, like,
Yo, because Blaze, take it in. You see how long our matches go on for Ages of Empire 2. And you see how much I play that game. You see I play that shit a lot, right? Bro, when I look at my Steam hours, even as surprises myself, it's only 260 hours on Steam. But that's legit hours. I don't leave my shit I'm not one of these people who leaves my shit on just to leave it on. So it's pretty accurate. And I would thought I had more hours than that, yo.
Well, listen, it's cold over here. It's cold over here, and running a game, warm up your room without turning on the heat.
Yeah,
that's a fact. That's a fact.
Tony's PC definitely be warming up his room in this shitty ass graphics card. That should be heating it up. You know what I mean? Man uses it as a space heater.
Yo, Tony.
The thermals on that shit is crazy.
Shout out to Tony and his one fan PC, bro. This man got a PC with one fan in it.
How's that possible?
How's that possible? That's crazy.
What you got, J-Man? What is your GPU?
It got 2 fans. No, I think it got 3. It got 3. I got the 2070.
But what's your graphics card?
2070.
You got 2070.
He said that shit so silent. You hear us?
20. I got the 2070.
You know what? It's better than
I got
Tony's.
40,
yeah, I'm just sitting on Tony. It's better than Tony's 1050 Ti or whatever that shit is. You got like a 1050.
Nah, 2070 you can still do some work with that. For real. I'm not even just saying.
Yeah, like last generation games. Like that's what I be playing on PC with my.
You got 1080p though. You good, right?
Nah, I got a 4K monitor.
Oh man, this guy's getting 5 frames per second.
I ain't running shit. Oh yeah, I ain't running shit at 4K with that unless it's like PS3 360 games. Of course, easy. Maybe some early gen PS4 games, but yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. All right, so back to these nominations. All right, so took a break talking about the Xbox tasks. Let's talk about best ongoing game. Let me read out the nominations for this. Is Apex Legends, Cyberpunk 2077, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Genshin Impact.
Okay, so
I see a lot of people complain that Cyberpunk is in there.
Why is it really
why is it an ongoing game just because it got a DLC expansion?
Yeah, that's not ongoing. That's not
ongoing
I don't know why
at
all.
It's in there. That doesn't make sense.
I know they came out with like a 2.0 version that added like some more features to the game, but you know what game was really an ongoing game that was a single player game? Like Dying Light. Like if anything, that shit was getting supported for like 5 or 6 years after.
You ain't lying, bro.
Yeah, the first one was.
Yeah, that's an ongoing game right there. Cyberpunk.
Dying Light 2, they're doing the same. They constantly updating.
Do you guys believe they did Halo nasty Infinite in y'all personal
a little bit?
A lot of people, I might feel like they did it a little bit nasty. At least, you know why? Because a lot of people, despite how you felt about how that game launched, where it is today has vastly improved. Even games like Battlefield
2042, hell
42,
yeah.
right?
It's
improved, right? So like, what's up with Cyberpunk being in there? Just because, why not put Resident Evil 4 Remake since it got a DLC expansion too? Like, I don't get it. Like, you know what I mean?
I don't know about even Battlefield or even Halo, because I feel like those games fucked up so much at the beginning that they're kind of just now getting their shit together, and then they're adding to it. I still think you need a couple years of adding to it to get back in the graces of being a solidified ongoing game.
You know what it is? I think player base is probably popularity is probably a huge factor, because think about it. If Halo at its whatever season that it's at, right? But the players kind of rocketed back to like 100,000 concurrent players on Steam, whatever on Xbox. I think it probably gets the nod. But since it didn't really ever blow up, like that. Maybe that's why.
Battlefield did. Battlefield hit over 100K.
Yeah, but wasn't that the free weekend? That's
but Halo's free to play.
Yeah, that's true.
Ooh, that's a point. You got
Fortnite
me there.
is too.
Fortnite
is too. A lot of free to play shit.
Yeah, you're right. That's true. It is. You're right. So they have no excuse jumping back into Halo then. So it could be just a popularity thing. Because
I think player engagement is factored in, like somebody said in the chat. I think that is true.
So I'd rather have Halo there though than Cyberpunk. I'll play Halo with Cyberpunk all day.
Facts.
Yeah, me too.
What about? I see some people in the chat was asking like, what about games like Sea of Thieves? Fucking what's the other shit? Grounded.
I think they might have been there last year, weren't they?
I have no idea. I know,
but I know Sea of Thieves definitely gets a lot of support, and I don't know if it gets the engagement, but I know they be like updating it with new content a lot.
Yeah. Shit, we see that every fucking showcase that Xbox has, bro.
Facts. And I appreciate that too. I do appreciate that because that's one thing I got to give credit for Xbox. Like some of their live service games that do like have a following, they support them shits for a while.
Yeah, they do. They do a better job than PlayStation when it comes to the online shit. I think that one is just a given.
For sure.
They do better than
we don't got no online.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right, so what do you guys think is going to walk away with this? Fortnite, Final Fantasy 14, Genshin Impact, or you think they're throwing in Cyberpunk in there because it kind of did a little bit of a turnaround?
If they give it to Cyberpunk, I'm gonna be disappointed.
The funny thing is I can see that. I can see it. No, that's a funny thing.
Kofi, this ain't the award for the best turnaround. This ain't the
right.
Why the fuck is it there then?
That's what we trying to figure out.
Maybe they put it in there because they want to give it some. You think they put it in there because they want to give it some?
The fact that it is there, which means a lot of people voted on it, kind of gets me to believe that you might be on something.
It might win it.
Don't forget how many CD Projekt Red fanboys they were before the drop. Like they could do no wrong.
They couldn't wait for CD Projekt to get back on their feet. Yeah. So this is definitely. I would go with Fortnite.
Me too. I hate Fortnite, but they deserve it. I do. They had 5 million, 5 million players, Kofi.
Yeah, they hit a crazy peak with that OG.
Just bringing back the old map.
Just bring back the old map, and they hit a crazy peak. So giving the fans what they want. Player base is there, and then they continue with the skins and shit that they add to that game with every new pop culture thing, every new movie, every new big movie,
Fortnite's
every new big TV
answer.
show.
It's definitely the correct answer.
I think it's Fortnite.
Fortnite's the correct answer, but my heart be wrong sometimes, so I ain't gonna lie, bro. But my heart's telling me Cyberpunk's gonna win this for some reason, just because the Phantom Liberty got like good reception and people seem to fuck with the new like update, the 2.0 update and shit like that. So, all right, so let's move on. Let's move on to another category. Boom, 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 boom. Who cares? Family. Who cares? Best action game. That's interesting.
Okay, what we got in that category?
All right, so the best action game category for the best game in the action genre focused primarily on combat. So that's the description.
Yeah.
And the nominees are Armored Core 6, Dead Island 2, Ghost Runner 2, Hi-Fi Rush, and Remnant 2.
That's tough.
Blaze, who do you think is holding it down? I know you have a little bit of a bias for Armored Core 6.
I beat Remnant 2. I love Remnant 2.
So which one? This one, obviously, the description says primarily focused on combat.
It's Armored Core. Like
it would have to be Armored Core or Hi-Fi Rush, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's either those two.
Yeah.
Armored Core.
I'm cool.
Yeah. I don't even think Hi-Fi Rush should really be in this category.
Why you say that for?
Because that's action on training wheels, dog. That rhythm action based shit, that ain't it.
You gonna piss people off?
That's a rhythm.
J-Man. I don't know J-Man about that one, bro. I don't know.
That's action on training wheels, dog. It's really like no consequences to the action. Like you could even be off beat with that shit, and you still like
that is true. But it's score based. It is score based, so obviously if you're on beat,
you get a higher score, but you're not gonna fail the level. You're not gonna fail the level. You still gonna get through what you need to get through.
You're not gonna give it any nod for it just being extremely unique in the sense of just the
art
overall,
direction.
Not just the art direction. The art direction is great, but the overall style of play that you're like everything is on beat. Every swing, every step is on beat. Like You know what I mean? Cool. To the rhythm of the overall soundtrack. I think it got some cool ideas, but definitely I do see it's between Armored Core 6 or Hi-Fi Rush, in my opinion.
I would give it to Armored Core. I would.
Yeah.
The action is fucking crazy in that game.
Okay. Let's move on to another category. Jamie, why don't you pick one?
Oh, we're moving on to we just did best action. Let's see.
Something fun, none of the boring ones.
All right, let's do the fucking best action adventure then.
Best action adventure. Okay.
Best action adventure.
What's the nominations?
Oh, let me read the description real quick. Best action adventure. For the best action adventure game combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving, we have Alan Wake 2, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom.
This is a very tough category, bro. This is a very tough category. Who do you think is winning? It's not Spider-Man 2. I don't think so.
This is tough.
Traversal is fire, but the puzzle solving is weak in this game.
It's trash.
It's kind of weak. The traversal is definitely a 10 out of 10 though.
Right.
It has to be either Tears. It has to be Tears or Jedi.
I'm thinking it might be Tears. I think it might be
Tears.
Jedi. I think could win too because it does have some upgraded really good traversal options. Yeah, with the platforming and then the puzzles is fire in Jedi. Tears, man.
I think Tears is gonna hold it down because if it's not gonna win Game of the Year for Baldur's Gate, it's probably gonna win this one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got Tears. I got Tears winning it. The traversal, Alan Wake. That's just walking,
just
right?
walking
and running,
walking and running fast. That's it.
Yeah, nah. And then Tears had like the Sky Islands and all of that.
Yeah, and it's just all this cool stuff you could do in Tears of the Kingdom. Let's not forget all the like.
You
the things you could create, right? You could create things to elevate. I think Tears got this, to be honest.
Tears got it. Yeah. You're right. I forgot about that shit that fast. Yeah, Tears had a lot of customization and people creating mechs and fucking flying ships and all this other shit. Stuff to get across water, through the air. Yeah, Tears got it.
I think Tears got it. Tears got it. All right, so next category is Best Independent Game. Right?
Okay.
And the description is for outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside the traditional publisher system. There was some controversy, J-Main, in this category. And are you familiar with the controversy?
Yes. So I forget. Oh, so what's the nominees again?
The nominees are. Do you have them in front of you?
I can pull it up real quick. There you go. Best indie game we had Cocoon, Dave the Diver, Dredge, Sea of Stars, and Viewfinder. So yes, the controversy with this category was Dave the Diver being listed as an independent game when they are they're a subsidiary of Nexon, which is a big publisher. Actually, I think Nexon published Lies of P, if I'm not mistaken. And so that was Dave the Diver is the first game from Mint Rocket, a subsidiary of Nexon. And they actually came out and stated that despite the way that their game looks, they are not an indie developer. Like they said it themselves, they are not an indie developer. And yet they're still listed here for the best independent game.
So it's clearly this is what it is. When people see pixel art, they think indie right away.
Indie,
as soon as you see pixel art, people think indie. It doesn't matter if it's coming from Sony Santa Monica. It doesn't matter if it's coming from Naughty Dog, right? Like if you see a pixel art, automatically you think indie. So there's a little bit of controversy for that. It would have been cool if they actually fixed it, and because it's kind of wild. I saw the official Game Awards page get a community note on Twitter. It got a community note for this, and that's kind of embarrassing. If I was Jeff Keighley, I would replace the game. Like, how hard? Like, I don't know if it like maybe you already invited these people. Why not just replace the game to a true independent game?
I think at this point, I don't know if you could backtrack. I think
you can't. Maybe he doesn't want to rub people the wrong way or the developers the wrong way, like removing their game.
Yeah.
But if the developers came out and said, "Yo, if we're not independent, then what can you do? Yo, take them out."
Right. Maybe if maybe if he knew that they were gonna win, weren't gonna win. Were gonna win. Maybe he would do something about it. But he probably knows all the voting and who's gonna win and shit. So
I think they're looking at the pixel. What is it? Who's the
art design? Dave the Diver.
Yeah. But what was the publisher?
Oh, Nexon. Oh yeah, correction on Nexon. They are publishing like the finals and Arc Raiders, not Liza P.
No, Liza P.
That's
okay.
Other end shit.
I seen Pixel something with Liza P. That's why. When it's in the logo when you boot it up. But the point is, like, you can't make that mistake. Like, how do you make that mistake? Especially when you have all the time to present this shit and then post it. Like, how do you make that mistake?
Yeah.
That's judging a book by its cover. That's what that is.
Exactly. Just looked at its pixel art and it must be indie, right? So, I think CSR's got this one.
I do too.
Once again, another game that your boy started. Still working on it. I'm working on a lot of games, by the way. From what I've played, really cool, very traditional, turn-based RPG, really fun. Has a cool timing mechanic. Great art style. I've done like two. I feel like I've done like 2 or 3 main bosses in the game, and it's definitely cool. The game has a lot of cool stuff going for it. So I think CSR is gonna win this one.
In fact, like somebody said in the chat, Baldur's Gate 3 is actually indie. It's produced, published, and developed by Larian Studios.
Yeah, so that could have been in there.
Witcher 3 too is
Witcher 3
indie.
syndrome.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, they definitely fucked up on that.
Okay, best audio design. Let's move on to this one.
Best audio.
Recognizing the best in-game audio and sound design. The nominees are Alan Wake 2, Dead Space, Hi-Fi Rush, Spider-Man 2, and Resident Evil 4. I haven't played Alan Wake 2 yet, so I can't really speak on it. But I have played Hi-Fi, Dead Space, Spider-Man 2, and Resident Evil 4.
Yeah.
And I would say all of their audio designs are great, especially in a game especially in Dead Space.
Bro,
the audio design in Dead Space is fantastic. I wouldn't be shocked if it ended up winning. I would go as far to say it probably has better audio design than Resident Evil 4.
I would agree with that. I would agree with that.
Spider-Man, I don't see it winning this category.
Nah, me either.
I think this category is kind of even made for like genre, like the horror genre.
Horror genres,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a game like Spider-Man, like playing through, I wasn't thinking like, oh my god, the audio design for this is so amazing. I guess you hear the city life and hear the cars, the people talking. Like I don't know, but I wouldn't picture Spider-Man 2 winning this. For me, if I had to make a pick, I would say Dead Space, following maybe Hi-Fi Rush second. That's
right.
My
that's
opinion.
A fucking music rhythm game, so
yeah, that's my
got some bops in there.
Yeah, I haven't played Alan Wake 2, so it could, it's a horror game as well, but so the audio could be great in that. Even better than Dead Space, but I haven't played it yet, so I can't speak on it. So
I think Dead Space is a game that got swept under the rug because it was so many bro, Dead Space Remaster came out and it's an excellent remaster, excellent game, and I think people it just shows you how crazy this year has been. So I mean, damn, if I want anybody to get a bone, it's them, because I want EA got some IPs. Like I want them to do Dead Space 2, honestly. Like, I want them to continue doing
that. Well, they got the Iron Man. The same developers are making an Iron Man game, so that's pretty cool.
True. Yeah, I could see Dead Space taking this one.
I'm not mad with either one though. I'm not at all.
Alan Wake 2, I don't know. I feel like that might have some nice audio.
I have to play it. See, that's what I'm saying. I have to play it to know.
Same.
Me, I haven't played it. I can't speak on it. I haven't played it.
Yeah, all that psychological stuff going on. I mean, just based on what we're seeing in like the trailers and stuff, and going back and forth between the two characters, different worlds and shit like that. So I don't know. That might have some cool shit going on.
Well, I'm firing it up I'm firing up tomorrow when I get the chance, as soon as I'm done on Wolf Among Us. So I'll be playing that next. Best score and music. Okay, for outstanding music, inclusive of score, original song, and or licensed soundtrack, right? So Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 16, Hi-Fi Rush, and The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom.
I'm taking Final Fantasy 16 with this one. I love the music in that game.
I do like that too. See,
the boss
Tears
themes.
is mostly quiet. It's a quiet experience. Only when you
Did
get
you
into
beat
like
Final Fantasy, both of you?
Yeah, I got the platinum for 16 already. I beat that already.
Yeah, bro, I slowed down like at 70%. Like I just stopped. Like something hit me and I'm like,
I don't blame you.
You're over it. You're over it.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Especially were you doing like side missions and shit too?
You know what I will say about 16 though? I feel like they respected your time. Like you could fast travel immediately to where you're going. No, like, on the map. You just open the map and fast travel. Like, I don't know.
Not if you doing them side missions, they ain't respect my time. Bullshit ass.
See, I haven't heard anything from Baldur's Gate 3 or Alan Wake, so I can't talk too much. I did put, obviously, a shit ton of hours in Tears of the Kingdom, and even I think the game has cool audio design. Like, it fits the adventure. Usually when you're out in Hyrule, it's quiet. You might get a little noise here and there and shit like that until you get into combat or, like, boss fights, stuff like that, cutscenes. When the music when music is playing in the game, it's really, really good. For this one, I think is a battle between Hi-Fi Rush and Final Fantasy 16. But keep in mind, I haven't played Baldur's Gate 3, so I haven't heard its music. But that's one thing I never heard people talk about though. I've seen people talk about so much music. Yeah, they talk about everything else about that game. They don't talk about no.
Talking about fucking a bear.
Some weird shit. Weird shit.
Yeah.
You gotta admit, we're in a weird time, bro. People like weird shit, bro.
I'm pretty sure that's some of the allure for the game, bro.
You know what I mean? Oh, bro, it's the option. I can fuck a beer. It's like, okay.
I'm telling you, bro. When it comes to Baldur's Gate 3, I think mans are rocking with it because there's a lot of horny mans outside, bro.
Oh, you know that,
bro. Because every time, no bullshit. Every time I see people post it, the majority of the time is always something that had to do with sex, a sex scene, them doing some horny shit.
Yeah, that was the first thing I think I seen on the timeline that went viral. It was an ogre fucking something.
Or it's a flame lady, some flame lady.
Yeah, the flame lady. Yep.
I don't know, bro.
And you can't blame it. Like I was playing RoboCop and there's this beautiful hooker in a pink dress, and I'm walking up to her like trying to interact with her, and she's just like, keep on moving. I'm like, no, I'm trying to. So I get it.
Don't worry, GTA 6 going. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know that car gonna be.
Hydraulics on that motherfucker.
All right, let's keep it moving. This one is best performance, awarded to an individual for voiceover, acting, motion, and or performance capture. I'm gonna butcher a lot of these people's last names, so I'm gonna stick with the first names, right? Except for the ones I know I can read. Ben Starr from Final Fantasy 16. Cameron from Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Idris Elba from Phantom Liberty. Oh, he's in this shit? Oh, that's cheating.
Yep.
That's cheating. Why you put Idris Elba in this shit?
I low key picked him, but
that's
I just
cheating.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. That guy's like a seasoned actor, like a real actor. That's not fair. Okay. Melina Limbard. You heard of this girl? Who's this?
Melanie. I think Melanie Limbard. That's the black chick from
Who the fuck is this? How you pronounce this shit?
From Alan Wake, I think. It's the black.
Okay. Girl. All right, whatever. Neil from Baldur's Gate, and Yuri from Spider-Man 2. Who do you think got this?
I'm going Ben Starr personally. I liked his performance as Clive in Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah, he was really good.
But
Idris is kind of cheating though.
I'm gonna break it down to you, J-Man. Like I said, they're gonna pick the redheaded dude to come on stage because he always comes on goddamn stage. I feel like I've seen that dude at the Game Awards show. The dude from Star Wars.
The Star Wars joint.
He's always there, bro. I swear to God, he's been there like twice already. So I feel like they're gonna bring him out, and he's gonna sit there with his beard and shit. But I wouldn't mind. I think all of them did a good job, for real, on that list. I haven't played the other game. Let me see.
Oh, like Baldur's Gate.
I would like Ben Starr to win, but if I'm a award show, I'm giving Idris the award so he can pull up, get the numbers up. That's just me, though. That's just me.
And he'll probably be like,
it's about the business. I'm getting Idris there. I'm doing.
He's gonna do a video call because
that's way more lit. I'm sorry to tell you, Ben Starr. Yeah, that's a little bit more lit. If Idris is
the dude from Star Wars is an actor too, so he could. That's probably why he'd be on stage a lot as well. But yeah, Idris, they could lock in Idris for the Game Awards.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they would do that.
That'd be a good look. Get more eyes on the show and everything.
Yeah. You know, Jeff Keighley care about them numbers. Every Game Award he's posting, did this on Twitch, YouTube, biggest ever. You know, he care about them numbers.
He was posting the numbers.
He's gonna be on the big screen, J-Man, saying, "Sorry, I couldn't be there, but I really appreciate this." Like, he don't give a fuck.
Jeff Keighley was posting the numbers for how many people voted on the nominees already. Like, he loves his numbers.
He's a numbers guy, yo. You have to remember, this is a business.
The shit he sells to advertisers.
Yeah, but this is a business. Right there. So you think Jeff Keighley's doing this out the kindness of his heart, bro? He's getting a bag from this, yo. This is a business, big business.
He tries to.
I gotta respect him. He's a big entrepreneur when it comes to this gaming space. I have to give him his respect in that regard, though.
Facts.
All right, let's do the last 4 and move on to talk about the PlayStation Portal and get out of here. This one is the best art direction. Ooh. For outstanding creative and or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. The nominees are Alan Wake 2, Hi-Fi Rush, Lies of P, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. Art direction.
I think it comes down to 2 of these games for me.
What do you think?
I'm going Alan Wake 2 as one of them from the technical side, as it being one of the best looking games fucking ever. That shit looks crazy, especially on PC with the path tracing. That shit is bananas.
I can see that.
And the other game, I definitely give credit to Hi-Fi Rush, but I ain't gonna cap. I'll be watching like videos and seeing shit from Mario Wonder. I like that. I like the way that shit looked. Like,
Mario Wonder looks great. It looks great.
Yeah, I think the animation, like they did a great job with the animation in that game and the art style when you use like the Wonder powers and shit like that. Like, I think that
even the subtle details when you're going through like tubes now, like the subtle details of him like grabbing his hat because of like like the little stuff like that. I really did notice that. I think that does amplify the experience, but. Like
I love the setting of Lies of P though. I do love that setting.
But animation, look, okay, you know what? See, Blaze could correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not far at all in Lies of P. I only beat the donkey guy, bro. So I'm not far at all. But I can't help but think, obviously the game is inspired by Bloodborne to a certain like degree, right? But when it comes to artistic direction, I feel like Bloodborne kind of like shits all over it though. From at least what I played. I think artistically, in terms of environments and stuff, Blaze is, once again, that's why I want him to speak on it, since he actually beat the game and he's seen all the areas. But from me just picturing all the areas and stuff in Bloodborne, I think Bloodborne's like a far superior looking game aesthetically in terms of just like art direction. That Victoric London shit, that shit's fly, bro. Like that, just the enemy types too. Super creative.
And all that. I like the enemy designs in Lies of P.
Yeah, no, Lies of P, different. You know, I said that too. Like, they're heavily inspired, and I still think that in some way. But like when you're playing it and like you're obviously Pinocchio, like little, like the areas do change up. You know what I mean? Like you do get a nice palette of areas. But yeah, if we're talking about level design and like that gothic look, From Software is just they're just too seasoned at it. Like they make you feel like, you know what I mean? They don't go off the path too much. You know what I mean? Like, this is like, you're in this town, you feel like you're there. Everything's interconnected. But no, Lies of P is gorgeous and it has some awesome level design. Seriously, really, really, really great level design, bro. I think you'll be surprised, Kofi. Like, I think you'll be surprised.
Yeah, I need to get there further.
Like, they got like Broadway Street in Lies of P. I don't want to spoil too much for you, but like you're gonna be like, and they got music playing, and it's super atmospheric. It really is. Like, you gotta see it, type shit. It's nice.
So what do y'all think's gonna win? This one's a hard one, to be honest, because I could see it going Super Mario, I could see it going Hi-Fi, and I could see it going Alan. It's kind of hard. The only one that I think will lose is actually Lies of P. Personally, just from what I've seen, I think Lies of P is on the bottom of the list compared to the other games, though. Just my personal opinion. Who do y'all think is gonna take this?
You know, like, can you give it to Mario? Like, I haven't played a lot of Wonder, but Like, is there anything you haven't seen in Mario games before? Like,
well, when they do like the Wonder Powers, that's very
okay, but like you're an elephant for whatever. I'm saying like environments, like background.
No, the love. You see, that's what makes these look, because we obviously know the story. Like these games don't really have a story. It's just all about level design, right? It's platforming, level design, and the level design from what I've seen.
If it's level design, then yes,
it's really good. It's really good in Mario Wonder from what I've seen. It's really good.
I don't think Zelda got any chance of winning either.
I don't think Zelda's gonna win this time either.
I think,
even though I think the art, it's just old. It's done. We've seen it before. Game. Yeah, like we've seen it before, type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Lies of P and The Legend of Zelda are like bottom of the list.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Alan Wake. I'm gonna go Alan Wake 2 on this one. From a technical aspect, I think that shit is beautiful.
I think they're gonna throw Microsoft a bone. I keep on saying that, and they never do. But
give it the Hi-Fi Rush.
They're gonna give it a Hi-Fi Rush.
I wouldn't be mad at that. I love the art style of Hi-Fi Rush.
The art style is really nice. It's really
Isn't Lies of P a win for Game Pass? Hey,
definitely a win for Game Pass. It's on Game Pass.
Low key, right?
Definitely an ad. It's an ad for Game Pass.
All right, so
we got 3 more.
Yeah, let's just do like the main ones.
Okay. So like best narrative. I'm gonna go with best narrative.
Yeah, let's do that one.
All right, best narrative for outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game. We got Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty. Ain't that that's the expansion? Okay. Final Fantasy 16 and Marvel Spider-Man 2. Yeah, that's the expansion. Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, it's expansion.
What the fuck? How's there? Why is there an expansion there? That's not a game.
What? Is that the first expansion?
That's the first major expansion. Maybe it's a whole different story, so I guess it can technically be there, I guess. But
I don't know about that.
From everything I'm hearing, it seems like Baldur's Gate 3 will win this because it has.
I disagree.
I heard it has a million people. No, but I heard it has a million options. Like, it has a million, and the narrative could go like so many different ways. Like, your main character could die apparently, and it seems like the options are. When games have those fake choices, apparently this is the real deal, and this one actually has all the choices in the world. So,
I don't know. I've been hearing so much praise for that Alan Wake 2 story.
I
think the media fucking loves the Alan Wake 2 story.
Oh yeah, okay.
I that's what I've been hearing. I mean, it seems like that's what's been like the reason it's getting a lot of its high praise is that narrative, that story, the way it's told, what happens in the story. People love that shit. So I do think it's between those two. That's gonna win it.
I'm glad Alan Wake's done so they can work on Max Payne 1 and 2.
Oh yeah,
they're doing 1 and 2.
I need that.
Yeah.
Hopefully they make that shit.
I'll give it to.
What do you think?
Yeah, dude, Baldur's Gate, like just the amount of NPCs in that game, bro. Hell yeah, just.
And the funny thing is, I actually really like Final Fantasy 16 story. That's a strong point.
I do too.
That story is really fucking
good. Bro,
it
started off super strong. Like who's that girl you kill and she's on top of the castle?
No, you're talking about
yeah, the Garuda girl. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah,
bro, that was like, damn, like this shit's crazy. Like,
there's a lot more moments like that, but just the in between getting there is a fucking chore.
The story overall in Final Fantasy 16 is really good. I really enjoyed the story. I thought the ending and how it wrapped up super dope too. But even though I haven't played Baldur's Gate 3, I'm assuming it's gonna win because it's just the conversation surrounding it.
I got Alan Wake taking it. Alan Wake taking it.
Cool,
yeah.
Cool. All right, best game direction. All right, so best game direction. So awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. The nominees are Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and obviously this is going to be Baldur's Gate 3.
Baldur's Gate 3! Yeah, that's taking it.
And this is for what again?
This is for
best game direction.
In game direction and design, and this is all the game has been getting praised for. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So
I don't think y'all seen Coney Island with the lights.
You know what, J-Man? Going through these categories, I think Spider-Man might be the new Horizon. Think about it. All the categories that it's in.
I can see it winning.
And it don't win.
What's it gonna win? Which one is it gonna win?
I think you can. Wait, hold on.
That's action.
That's what I'm saying. Which one is it gonna win? I think Spider-Man might walk away with nothing this year.
But I'm not surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised too. I wouldn't be surprised too. But
I'm not surprised. But
whatever, they made
the closest it might get is action adventure.
Yeah.
But that's
the traversal joint, right? But that competition is kind of stiff in that one. Like I said, it's very stiff.
That's very stiff competition in that. So as I said, the closest it might get, but nothing else. I don't think it's gonna take it.
Accessibility, facts, Titan.
Oh yeah.
We didn't see that category. We didn't see that.
It might get that.
We didn't read that. Let me actually.
Yo, you know PlayStation's good money with that. You know they are.
You know, but I heard some other games.
Forza has some fire accessibility.
That's what I'm saying. I heard other games did it really well. So you never know. Hi-Fi Rush, Forza. I heard Forza has really good accessibility. I even hear
maybe best performance, but.
Who's gonna be pick Idris? Is gonna be Idris and Ben?
I wouldn't pick him over that.
Listen,
I want to pick him over that either.
This is a popularity contest, right? Like it's a voting system, right? So, people love Spider-Man, and they love PlayStation, so they might.
Well, it's definitely gonna be interesting. If it walks away with 0 awards, it's definitely gonna be quite a conversation.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be flaming that shit on the time.
Horizon 0 awards, they were calling. That was crazy.
Yeah, what's gonna be the flip for Spider-Man?
All right, and for the final, the big category, the big one, game of the year. Recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. All right.
Now, Kofi, I just want to say to you, you are plugged in. With PlayStation.
Hey man.
Don't forget your affiliations. Watch your mouth.
Before we get to what we think is gonna win, which we all obviously know what it is, what do you have to say to the people who say Resident Evil 4 doesn't belong there?
They're
Is that the first remake? It's not. Resident Evil 2.
Correct.
It's not the first. It's not the first remake. It's not the first remake.
No,
and I want to ask the chat
Resident Evil 2
well.
remake made it in 2019.
I want to ask the chat as well. Yes or no? Does Resident Evil 4 belong there? Yes or no? Blaze,
seen a lot of people saying it don't belong there.
Listen, if it's one of the best experience for this year, I say it does. And honestly, if you actually play Resident Evil 4 and you go back and play, like the old one is it's so unplayable to me because you can't control the camera, so you're like it's just like a major adjustment. Yeah. There's whole different scenery in there. Like I don't know. I say it does. That's just me. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm a firm. See, I've said it, and I knew it. They wouldn't snub it. I've said it on the pod. I knew they wouldn't snub it. I felt like they just too much work went into it. This is not Metroid Prime Remastered that got a 94. Right. It's not the same. It's not even comparable. There's way too much work that went into this remake. You know what I mean? And once again, it's not a 1-to-1 remake either. Obviously, some story beats happen, but it's not exactly a 1-to-1 remake as well. You know what I mean? And what they did to the gameplay of the game, like Blaze said, it plays drastically different from the OG Resident Evil. It plays drastically different from even just the parrying, all the cool features. Like, nah. I think the game 100% deserves to be there and is easily one of the best remakes I've ever played. Easily one of the best remakes I ever played. Right up there with Resident Evil 2. And one of the best games I've played this year, period. It's up there, top 3. So, I think it.
You think it's better than the Resident Evil 2 remake?
I don't know. That's tough.
It's tough. You know why? Because I like both games for 2 different reasons. Like the whole stalker mechanic gameplay with Mr. X. That shit was fly. There's things that I really did appreciate in Resident Evil 2 remake, just like the shooting the zombies' limbs off, just the way like the body parts fell off. I felt like
I was so mad they never ever brought that back.
Like that. They never brought that.
Even Resident Evil 3 wasn't.
They didn't bring it 3 either.
Yeah.
So I really do like that game a lot, but I think it's up there with it. To be honest, I think it's up there. One of the best remakes I've ever played.
It's an amazing remake. I guess people's argument is in such a great year with all of these amazing games, they don't deserve to be there.
Show highlights something else. But I disagree with that. But I think if the work is done and the work is quality, and it's not a 1-to-1 remake. If it's 1-to-1, I 100% agree. I'll be like, yo, y'all could have put something else there. But the simple fact that it's not, I think
it's close to a 1-to-1. But like you said, it controls differently. Yeah.
Yeah, they added a lot. They did. I actually was just watching the video like yesterday.
Just go watch a simple comparison. Even go watch a comparison with the dialogue. The dialogue's not a 1-to-1 dialogue either.
You know what they said? They said they should have a remake category, but there's never a remake.
And that's not enough. It's not enough.
Remakes.
Yeah. It's not enough. It's not enough to do that, a remake category.
Or just like a remake acknowledgement award. I don't know. But
Destiny's got a sub too, I feel like.
It got nominated for something, right? Oh no, the sound
the audio.
Design, I think it was.
Audio design.
Me personally, I don't think remakes should be in at all. But I know this show does remakes, so it is one of the best games of the year. So I think it deserves to be here for this award show.
Did Last of Us get nominated?
No. That one. See, that's called a 1-to-1 remake, bro. Part 1.
Did it get nominated
I mean,
for?
okay, but it's a remake. I mean, see.
No, but that's what I'm trying to say. Like yo.
No, I know.
Again,
I
can't
agree
compare the two. The work that went into the two is so different. Like I feel like it's not comparable.
I understand, but they call it a remake. You know.
Yeah, it is. Part 1 is a remake. That's a fact.
Has been fucking dragged through the mud. It's not. It don't even mean the same no more.
That's why you have to judge it by the merit. You judge it by what the product actually is. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And what the product of Resident Evil 4, it's not even comparable, bro.
Because Final Fantasy 7 is called a remake, Last of Us Part 1, and Resident Evil 4. Like, those are 3 different styles of redoing a game. Like, one is damn near like a reimagining. One is a 1-to-1, and then the other is like, they kept a lot the same, and they kept
a mixture, but it's a lot of they changed.
Can I ask you, son, if Last of Us launched this year for the first time ever, would it be nominated?
Absolutely.
100%.
So that
100%.
Shit.
Why
can't that remake get nominated?
No, I'm just saying Spider-Man 2 wouldn't be in the category, or maybe Super Mario Wonder wouldn't be in the category either. If that was like the first time we were playing that game's a classic. I think even by today's standards, that people would still think that game is amazing if that came out today.
Huh.
I truly believe that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, who do y'all think is gonna win?
Baldur's Gate 3. It's taking it. Baldur's Gate 3.
Okay, do y'all think there's gonna be some sort of upset? Like all of a sudden, like Baldur's Gate 3 wins every other award, but all of a sudden the last like Alan Wake or Spider-Man wins it. Do you think it's a possibility or no?
I think Alan Wake 2 is the closest thing that could make it an upset, only because I don't know.
Even over Tears, Tears is a better game.
Even over Tears.
Tears got to be a better game than Alan Wake. I don't believe it.
I'm telling you, the way some of this media shit is talking about Alan Wake.
Bro, it's an industry plant, bro.
They loving that shit. It's like what was that? Deathloop. It's like Deathloop and this motherfucker. Like, damn, where the fuck did all this love come from?
Yeah, that's crazy.
But
is there a 5% chance Spider-Man
Tears wouldn't be
wins?
an upset though. I think it's between Baldur's Gate and Tears.
I think it would have to be. I think it would have to be between the two. I think
you said what, Blaze?
Spider-Man can win. 5%? You don't give it 5%.
No.
I don't think so. I don't think so. No. I'm gonna keep it 1,000, yo. I'd rather see Resident Evil 4 win over Spider-Man 2. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
Oh, now you bugging. Now you tripping. Now you're tripping.
I'm not tripping at all. I'd rather.
Hell no.
I enjoyed it.
I'm not gonna lie.
I like Spider-Man 2.
This is your Playmaker? This is your PlayStation. This is your
I like Spider-Man 2. I like Spider-Man 2, but Resident Evil 4 is a better game. I'm sorry.
I get on my knees for free, bro. You told me a contract. Y'all Spider-Man 2, brother.
Resident Evil 4 is a better game. I'm sorry to tell you guys this.
Resident Evil 4 is an old ass game, man.
It's the better game.
I respect
it's the better game. It's the better game, bro.
So you rather them get acknowledged for a remake over a
That's
sequel?
crazy. That is crazy.
I'm just saying it's the better game.
That's
bro.
fucking wild.
That's all I can tell you, Jamie. That's all I can tell you. It's the better game. That's all I can tell you. What do you think is the better game between the two? Have you played it?
Play what?
4 remake?
Yeah, absolutely. I played it.
Which one would you say is the better game in general? Just out of your opinion. Not in any competition, no award show. Which game is just better? Like which?
They might.
I actually don't think it's close. I actually don't think
you
it's
gotta
close.
be careful too, Jamie, because you might lose your game. Yeah, be careful too, bro.
Nah,
I think it's close though.
It's close for me.
Interesting.
It's opinionated though. It's like what you like.
Yeah, it is. It is. I love horror games and Resident. I'm just going Spider-Man only because we've been there and done that with Resident Evil 4. Like that shit don't. All that story shit don't. It don't translate the same no more. Like that's different. That shit different this time around.
Well, you've been there, done that with Spider-Man.
That Resident Evil 4 story is ass, bro. That shit is not all that good.
You know what? Okay. If you're coming from like the story, okay.
I'm coming from all aspects.
You're coming from the narrative, the angle of things,
the characters. Oh, that trash.
But I'm a fan of Japanese games and their like little quirkiness, though. I kind of like that shit, though. That's just my style. Yeah, I kind of like that shit.
Maybe ass is too harsh, but like it's just whatever. Yeah, it's just like it's cool. It's cool.
Ass is definitely too harsh.
Yeah, but that gameplay. Let's talk about it.
Gameplay is fire.
Very, very different. But that gameplay,
the level design, I love that. All that backtracking shit. Like I'm a sucker for backtracking, dog. That you gonna get me every single time if I got to backtrack in the game.
Power bombing, man. Doing the parry. Oh my god, yo, that shit. Even just parrying the axes when they throw at you, so satisfying. Just ching. It's so. I love that shit, bro. I love that shit. All right, so game of the year. I think we all expect Baldur's Gate 3 to win.
Yes.
I'll be surprised if it doesn't, just because the conversation is stirred up in the gaming industry. So
yeah, when
that's pretty much all the categories that we actually care about. You know, we missed a couple. Me and J-Main do plan on doing a live reaction on the day.
Can't wait. I love the fucking Game Awards, bro.
Yeah, I love it too. It's just like a nice thing to like chill out and hang out, watch, get
drunk, watch the new reveals.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Can't wait to see what's gonna be new reveal. Hopefully, PlayStation show up with something. We need something for 2024. God damn, there better not be a Helldivers trailer.
You know what? That's actually a great question to ask y'all. What would y'all like to see? Just y'all reveal wise, make it quick. Reveal wise, I am hoping to see the God of War DLC there because that's been heavily rumored. Word around town, Microsoft is coming with Indiana Jones. That's word around town.
That's the Bethesda joint, right?
Yeah,
Machine Games. Machine Games.
That's word around town.
What else?
What else could they possibly?
Switch 2 not gonna be there.
No hardware. I don't think so.
You don't think no hardware? What?
Well, we've seen it before, but not this year.
Not for Switch. Nah, that would be a shock.
GTA 6, you think it's actually gonna make an appearance there, or you think Rockstar's doing their own thing?
Rockstar doing their own thing.
Me too. I believe so too. I agree with you. I agree.
You think GTA? I got a question. I gotta go to work, Kofi, but I got a question.
No problem.
You think GTA will launch on PC day and date?
No.
I'll be shocked.
I'll be shocked. I
don't think so either.
I don't think so.
Are you sure they're gonna
just looking at their track record? Like, they did. I know what they did with all their games, bro. All the GTA games didn't release day one. I believe GTA 4 didn't even release day one on PC. I don't think so. GTA 5 did it for damn sure, and Red Dead Redemption 2 did it.
They almost know people are gonna double dip, bro, and they like.
I don't even think it's a double dip thing, no. I just think they like to take their time with the PC versions and really make it a worthy version. Like when Red Dead 2 came out for PC, like that shit had options in there.
So many options.
Nowhere near like put it way above console.
Okay, but how many people really went and played through Red Dead again? I guarantee the list is short.
You probably don't get as many players. GTA is different though.
Yeah,
like GTA is a whole nother beast. Yep, that online, the role playing and all of that. That's you might get majority of your sales on that PC version when it comes to GTA. Depending on what they do with online. I don't even know if online is going to be a whole new thing. Like that's also another good.
It might even launch. That might launch later too. It might not even be there day one. It might just why? Because they probably want people to even play their main campaign. Because look, if you're spending all this time making this campaign, this story, low-key, you want people to enjoy it. And the way that gamers are today, and we're clearly just seeing how the online community for GTA is. If online dropped, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a vast group of people that's just going straight to the online component and not even touch the single player campaign. Which I'm pretty sure Rockstar, if you're taking 7-8 years to create a game, I'm pretty sure you want people to experience. And that's be the conversation. So I actually think it's pretty smart for them not to launch the online component day one. I think they should Give it like 2 or 3 weeks, then come back. GTA Online.
I wonder what the completion percentage is on that GTA 5.
And I think that's what happened with GTA 5 too, right? The online component
it came like I think it was like a couple weeks or a month later.
Yeah, it came later, and I think that's so smart. I think that's smart. Just because
that shit was
gamers
in
are
shambles,
nasty.
Though. First week, that shit was bad.
It was. Gamers are nasty. They're gonna skip it. They're gonna definitely skip it if online's in there day one. They're gonna skip it. All right. So,
last thing about the Game Awards. What y'all feel like got snubbed? Like one game
Hogwarts.
or a couple games? Hogwarts Legacy.
They didn't get one, at least one.
Yeah, they could have at least got one, dog.
Got one.
Nothing for it to get nothing.
Politics
that shit got snubbed for that. Yeah, they didn't want to touch it. They didn't want to touch it for whatever reason. The whole J.K. Rowling shit. Nobody wanted to. They didn't want to touch it, or at least not enough people wanted to touch it, because ain't no way a game like that, which got really good,
high-selling game in the U.S. right now, as of now.
Kofi, I got a question for you for legit. Cause my girl was just asking me because my original Switch, my son like destroyed it. And I'm trying to explain to him like that Switch is special because of the things you can do with it. You know, the original Switch. Anyway,
yes.
But to transfer, like, would he lose all his like, dude? He's into Pokemon and all that shit now. Like, would he lose all that? Like, how does that work? Have you ever switched over?
Okay, yes. Do you have a subscription? Nintendo Online.
I think so. Bro, low key, I think you've been paying for my subscription. I've been on your family plan for like 9 years.
Like, I'm on somebody's family plan too.
I don't know if my family plan is still going, but maybe. But all I know is if you have Nintendo Switch Online, there is cloud save. But there's a couple of games that don't take advantage of it. And I think the Pokemon games are one of them. Animal Crossing is one of those games too that for some reason you have to do a different type of transfer. You need both the consoles to transfer it. But
as long as you have it, you can transfer it.
Yeah, if you have the console, yeah, you could transfer some games. Okay. But most games is automatically in the cloud, though. If you switch to a new unit, then your
save data. But the SD card is irrelevant.
Yeah, your SD card is irrelevant. All I know is because you know why? When I got my Switch OLED and I popped in Animal Crossing, but I got rid of my old joint, my whole shit was gone. I was like, oh fuck.
Oh my god.
Animal Crossing has no cloud save. Apparently, I was supposed to do some different type of transfer. Nintendo's really weird with that shit. I don't know, man.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Okay, you need cartridge to be saved in games like who knows? Maybe some Nintendo games still save their save data on the cartridge itself. Pokemon could be one of those types of situations that's actually on the cartridge. You know what I'm saying?
Good point.
So, yeah, Pokemon I don't think Pokemon has cloud save though. I don't think it has cloud.
Yeah, a lot of all of them are just the no.
I just think the Pokemon games on the Switch games do not have no cloud save. I'm pretty sure.
Oh wow,
I'm pretty sure.
This kid's getting a Switch OLED in a Portal for Christmas, bro.
Oh, jeez. You trying to adopt? You trying to adopt? I'm trying to come through.
Bro, Christmas was always special. Even my parents are middle of the road parents, you know what I mean? But they always made sure that I had something I wanted. Like no matter, they made it special. They tried to. They tried to at least.
I'm gonna spoil my kid. Like Christmas to me, I still like my gifts wrapped. Like I still like to wake up early in the morning and unwrap shit as a grown ass man. Like you know what? I love Christmas.
I haven't felt the Christmas spirit in a very long time. And
you're gonna feel
it this year.
I'm very excited now that I have Cam. You know, I'm even just to see him excitement for Christmas. I want to go all out. Especially when he gets older to understand it.
Yeah, this Christmas won't be. Bro, he gonna hold the present and just like
he play with the box. Yeah. He's
right.
gonna play with the box.
But like the next couple of Christmases is gonna be special. He's gonna wake you up like, Dad, it's Christmas. Like,
I'm looking forward to that because I've kind of lost that feeling as a kid. As a kid, I used to be super excited for Christmas, man. Super excited. But I kind of lost that, so I'm now that I have like my own little family.
Me and my girl are bougie, bro. I make sure like I got my Amazon list, like and like I look at it like this better be like checked off because everything you put is gonna be checked off. Like I want to open presents though. Like giving presents is a selfish act too because you know what I mean. Like because you want to see people's reaction.
Reaction
selfish.
Is nice.
Yeah,
it's nice. Okay. All right, real quick. I know we've been going on a little bit extended today, a little bit longer, but we know we're giving you all a good show this week. Good conversations. All right, so Suicide Squad. It is part of the title, so I do want to tackle it real quick. Suicide Squad, J-Main. This is a game that it's been a complete roller coaster for a lot of people, including myself. Yeah. It started off like, it's not Arkham. We learned that it has like games as a service qualities, and we're like, we saw gameplay. It wasn't really showing, looking right. So they delayed the game. They delayed the game to February 1st or 2nd or something like that, in February. And Rocksteady definitely had a good idea doing at least the series. They never had to do this with any of their other games, but clearly they know that the conversation surrounding this game is a little iffy, at least with the hardcore gamers. I'm sure the game's still going to do well because of just the names in general among the casuals, but the hardcore gamers or the people who follow this shit are really iffy about Suicide Squad, and it's showing. J-Man, that little 20-minute video that they dropped, I'm not saying that it did something crazy for me, but it did spark a little bit more interest in me than where I was before, primarily because for some reason, like the gameplay did look a little bit more fun. It did look like Sunset Overdrive to a certain extent. And
I was
the story, and I do like Sunset Overdrive a lot. So, and the story is definitely intriguing. And I think I said this before too, like the story being able, the boss fights killing the Justice League, it does pique my interest. What did you think of the showing?
Dog shit.
Oh, for real.
Dog.
Really, it still didn't do nothing. It didn't do nothing.
I don't know why they delayed the game. I can't tell. Like, what did they go away for and come back and showed us?
This year would have been hell for them.
It definitely is. Yeah, they wanted to cool it off a little bit. You know what I mean? Shit was hot.
Yeah, look at the year. It would have been hell for them.
But I didn't expect them to like get rid of the battle pass, because that shit, like all that live service stuff, not only is that the direction WB is going in, as they said themselves, but that shit is already, it's ingrained in the gameplay. You can tell just by looking at it and looking at the enemies and the enemy types. Like that shit looks so uninspired to me, bro. Like I don't understand how they go from a game like Arkham Knight or Arkham City to something like this. It just don't look.
It don't register.
Like it don't look good. It just looks like I'm looking at the enemy types and they just look all the same, and they all look like it don't have like no character to them. Like nothing is like standing out to me about the enemy types. Yeah, that's exactly what it looked like. Like Fortnite, like you see, like I think the traversal shit is cool the way they went about it. How they they broke into the Hall of Justice and stole like some of the superhero stuff. I like that. That's cool. Some of the traversal stuff does look cool. But another thing too, I kind of just don't give a fuck about these characters.
That is true.
I like Harley Quinn, but I don't care about the other three. Like
I never cared about Suicide. Yep.
They're not sticking with me. So maybe as more I see, hopefully I get more intrigued. Maybe the fights against the Justice League
would be fire.
Well, yeah, maybe if they show more of that, it'll get me a little bit more excited. But they tried to show more elements of each person and some of their unique abilities. But I still just see that like that third person looter shooter style game. I don't know. It's gonna be hard 20 to hours long.
Then I'm good. If I find out this game is like a 60-hour game, I'm gonna be mad as shit. If it's like a little 20, 15-hour game, I think I can rock with it. I really think I can rock with it.
Why do developers think we want to play with the B tier? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I don't.
I wanted another Batman. Like, I don't understand why they think we want to play as a guy. I'm sure people love the lore and they're into the comments, but like me, I just, I don't know.
Yeah, they should have given us more Batman, to be honest.
And what about that open world? Like that open world, they again Rocksteady doing no civilians. So like that, I don't know. That open world ain't looking like it's anything kind of special either. Like it's a cool looking open world, but it look dead. That shit look dead as hell.
On the activities. And like I think they need to.
Everybody's gonna be evacuated again. Watch, Kofi. The whole
they already said it. They already said it.
Yeah.
That's why when people say Batman, but Jamie, when people say Batman, oh my God, Batman. When did Batman come out? Last one, I forget. But
2015.
2015, and it's super impressive and it looks good. But bro, don't forget this shit's always at night. It's always raining, so everything's reflective. It looks good. and there's no.
And the city's empty.
The city's empty, so of course they can cram as much fidelity and make that shit look crazy. I'm not taking away from the game. I'm just saying there is a difference in having traffic and people walking around, and you got to worry about. I'm walking on Spider-Man. I'm looking at a guy washing a window. Like, you don't got to worry about none of that shit. You know what I mean? So
right, people doing yoga in the park.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm saying, I'm not saying that I'm like super hyped for the game. That's to be straight up lie. I'm just saying that it went from 0 to 2 out of 10, 2, 3 out of 10. I think it sparked some. I want to see a little bit more. Level. Yeah, I want to see a little bit more. And like I said, if it's like a shorter experience, I think I can get down with a little unga bunga fun goof around, right? We got folks in here enjoying RoboCop, so I think you know what I mean.
Some enjoyment to be had on this.
Yeah, I know. So it might be a little, you know what I mean. And y'all can't criticize me for might be having a little fun with this, yo. I know.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep my eye on it though.
I'm keeping my eye on this shit.
So
but I really gotta be at work for 10 and it's.
All right, yo, Blaze, yo, we appreciate you stopping by. Me and Kim about to wrap up the pod just now, man. We appreciate you, bro.
No, I thank you. I seriously wish I could chill but I literally gotta be there for 10. But I want to thank y'all.
That's soft.
I want to thank y'all. Trust me, I wouldn't have pulled off anybody else but you. Really, I wouldn't have pushed myself because I didn't even. You know what I mean? My McDonald's is cold too, right there too. I just want to let you know.
No, I seen you drinking shit. But soda's all watered down.
But I appreciate y'all for real. Y'all have a blessed night. Chat. Shout out to y'all. Make sure I hit the like button, Blaze, and I'll holler at you guys.
All right, bro. Be safe.
Peace, bro.
Later, man. Later.
Good night.
All right.
There we go. That's our guy Blaze. Now all our boxes are all the way fucked up.
Oh shit! Can we just turn off the cameras?
No. It's fine. But
I fuck with Rocksteady, but I don't know. I don't know. I can't get jiggy with this shit so far.
Okay. All right, and last but not last, actually, and we're out of here. Portal, the PlayStation Portal, J-Man.
PlayStation Portal. I know they did you dirty.
Did me nasty.
Canceled your pre. Was Walmart the only people selling it in your area?
Nah, others, but they're all sold out. I told you, I seen that in my spam folder mad late, so it was all sold out.
No, I'm saying like when it first went on sale.
That's the first place I went to because the low-key I've had good dealings with Walmart before, so this is my first time having a bad dealing with them.
Right. Damn.
So it's tough.
That's tragic.
Tough. Yeah. So I got it. I actually got it pre-ordered again, but who knows when it's gonna come? I have no idea. Amazon. I got it through Amazon this time.
Oh, okay. That shit was selling out on Amazon too. It kept going like in and out of stock.
And I'm not gonna waste time here. I just want to ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
All the handheld preaching that I've been doing on this podcast. Do you see the lights now clearly? Because remember when me and you were having debates and people, every time I tweet about it, people get mad and they'll say all sorts of dumb shit. That like, oh, nobody.
You mean facts?
Nobody wants to play current library, man. No one wants to play current library on the handheld. Nobody cares. If PlayStation doesn't handheld, first of all, they're gonna waste resources. This, that, blah, 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 blah. They're gonna have to make exclusives. All this dumb shit. Why is that? Some of the same people were saying that to me. Went out and bought a PlayStation Portal, which is in turn remote playing a handheld, remote playing current library in your crib. But then again, you think it's a terrible idea for PlayStation to make a native handheld. How does that make sense, J-Man? Explain it to me.
Those people you see buying that, those are hype beasts. You know what I'm saying? Those is the dudes that's like, oh shit, it's something new from PlayStation. I'm just gonna buy it. But deep down inside, they know that shit about to sit around, collect dust. They ain't gonna be using that shit. Because from what I'm seeing on the timeline, everybody that's playing that motherfucker is 2 fucking feet away from their PS5. What the fuck is the point of playing on the Portal if you're 2 feet away from your PS5?
Understand. It's
what's the point?
Into your bed and chilling.
And
it's
streaming?
about when you have your kid.
No,
your
see,
kid
I can understand if it's a native device. Bro. A native device, you might have a point there. But streaming, no, that ain't it. That ain't it. When you can, so you're gonna take the latency, whether if it's a small hit of latency, just so you could be in your bed playing when the shit is right there next to you. No, that shit is.
Do you know how it feels to play a portable with some thighs on your leg? Do you know how it feels?
Yes, I do.
Do you know how it feels? So then understand where we're coming from. That's comfortable. That's called comfortable gaming. If you don't know, handheld gaming is fire, bro. So that's called comfortable gaming, bro.
You might have a point with your whole, if they made a native device, then people might get on the board with that and take it anywhere.
People are interested, but clearly people are interested, and I really hope this device does well, because if this device does well, I think it shoots signals to PlayStation that, hey, maybe at some point we go all in on this and we make the tech is there, we might as well just make a handheld PlayStation device that plays like PS4 games, PS5 games, and who knows, maybe future titles as well, PS6 or whatever is coming out. I think that would do extremely well. I really believe that would do extremely well.
I think an interesting thing too about this Portal is PlayStation sees it as a companion to the PS5 versus its own thing. So I think
because of which it is, because you need the PlayStation 5 for it to work.
So they look at it as a way to sell more PS5s versus a handheld. Well, a handheld would, I guess you could say, it would be like selling the system, but I don't know what the logistics behind all of the numbers and how they calculate it and all of that. So I think them seeing the success for the Portal, I don't know if that directly leads to them thinking, okay, we might as well make a native device, because they want people to buy the PS5. They don't want people to not buy a PS5 and just get the handheld. So I don't know. I don't know if the correlation is a direct translation.
I think it offers two experiences, because if you're worried that, okay, people are not going to go out and buy a PS5, but they're going to buy, but at the end of the day, if I was PlayStation, I wouldn't care. Why would you care though? Why would you care? Because
the console is there. The hardware is
but the hardware, the console is the conduit to the software, and that's where they make the money. If you buy a PlayStation console and it just sits there, you're not a good customer to PlayStation, J-Main. You're not a good customer. If the same thing applies, if they have a portable device where you still have to pay for PlayStation Plus and the tiers, and you still have to buy their digital games since it's going to be a digital platform, that's what they care about. If you buy a PlayStation console and it just sits there, you bought their console, but they want you to spend money on the device. So I don't think PlayStation should care or would care, right? Because at the end of the day, it's just getting you into the ecosystem to spend money in there, because that's where they make their money.
Yeah,
you feel me?
I see what you're saying.
Because what's the difference? What's the difference in buying a native handheld that plays the same games as the one on home TV? Offers two different experiences.
I think the audience is the difference.
And I think it'll be two audiences.
The worth of putting the money into that type of device and getting a return on it. So I don't know. I don't know. Hey, because the Portal has to be bought with a PS5. You're getting more of a return on that than you are with somebody that's just getting a handheld device. But you see what I'm saying?
Hear me out.
You got to spend $700 on one.
Niggas are always talking about invest. If they can invest, right now the PlayStation VR 2 costs $800, big ones over here. If they can, if they're down to create a niche device, peripheral device like that, you can't tell me that it's out of question for them to make a native handheld console. I think the native handheld console will do more. I'm just saying I think the native handheld console will do way more than any VR numbers. I think it will do way more.
I don't know about that.
End the pod.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
You really think the PSVR 2 would be more successful than a PlayStation handheld device? Jamin, are you kidding me? Internationally,
a device
in Japan,
that only plays your current library and at 30 FPS, maybe 60 on some games. Yeah, no, I think the PSVR 2 would probably be more successful.
One thing that we've learned from the Nintendo Switch, niggas don't give a fuck about all that. What you saying? That's you. That's us.
That's a whole different audience, brother. That's a whole different audience, brother.
And that's a whole audience that they should tap in.
No, but that's a whole different audience in terms of games and what they care about with resolution and performance. People on PlayStation care about shit like that. What? Niggas want TVs for the PS5.
I think that's us. I think that's our community for sure. Our community, we care about that. But I think one thing consoles like the Switch, the Series X is showing us is that maybe the masses, the casual gamer might not give a shit about that as much as we do. What do you have to say for that?
I disagree. I disagree, because you looking at a hardcore audience when you're talking about that handheld that's dedicated to only playing your current library. That's a hardcore audience right there. Who else is buying that? That's not a casual market. They're just playing on the system, on the TV.
Nah, I think that could be super casual, depending on the price point. What that's going to be, I think that could definitely.
It ain't gonna be no 200. I'll tell you that much.
It won't be 200.
It ain't gonna be no 200. That shit gonna be like 5.
If we seen the Steam Deck,
which is what, 500?
We're seeing the Steam Deck is going for as low as what, like $399 now or some shit like that. Come on, bro.
Yeah. And that's for what, the 64 gig? You can't even fit a game on that motherfucker.
Nah, I think that's. I think that's a little bit higher.
I have to go look. On that motherfucker.
I have to go look.
Yeah, you can't even fit a game on that motherfucker. Hell no.
Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up. It was a good podcast, good conversation. Shout out to
Don't forget your super chats.
I definitely have them in front of me. I'm gonna read them. I do appreciate everyone who came through. Hit the like button. We're almost at 100 likes, so I really do appreciate that. You know what I mean? And yeah, man. We'll be back next week. We'll be back next week.
Sure.
This super chat is from Xbox Honey.
Oh wait, no, we won't be back next week. Well, I won't.
You won't? That's you won't be back? All right, cool.
Yeah,
so
Thanksgiving holiday.
I got it off. I'm gonna be looking at y'all plates. Don't worry, I'm gonna be looking at y'all plates.
Oh, for sure. Can't wait.
This super chat is from Xbox Honey Bun Leader. He says the first 10 hours of Starfield was hella boring. That's why I think they weren't nominated. LOL. You know why they weren't nominated? The reality of the fact, I think some dudes are mad that they didn't get the review copies earlier. Remember that shit? You remember that shit, Jay?
The whole UK?
They were tight. Them boys said, we gonna show you, bro. Y'all didn't send us? We gonna show you some.
Them UK reviews started coming in. That shit,
they're all
dropping.
Yeah, the UK reviews gave it all 3, 5, some crazy shit, bro.
Yeah, that's when they went down to like the 83.
Yeah. They didn't get the review copies, and they were mad as shit. Xbox Honey Bun Leader has become a member to this channel. Really do appreciate it.
Xbox Honey Bun Leader. That's funny.
Type 1 with the super chat donation. He says, was here earlier when y'all were talking about music. Check out Larry June and Primo Rice, who kind of looks like BG. LOL. If you haven't already, stay smooth. Can't wait for the Game Awards. Definitely.
Appreciate it. I've heard of Larry June. Definitely heard of Larry June. I don't think I've heard of Primo Rice though.
Yeah. So make sure you guys tap in with us. If it falls on the Thursday, that's even better, yo. So make sure y'all tap in with us. And me and J-Man, we're gonna be doing a live reaction of the Game Awards. So we won't be here next week, but we'll be here
Thanksgiving, Turkey Day.
Yes, sir. All right, yo. That's it, man. Everybody,
all right.
Y'all have a
appreciate y'all.
Great night, man. Appreciate y'all coming through, and shout out to all the people listening to this after too, man. We appreciate y'all. We'll see you guys real soon. Peace.